I am back.
Alright, and we're live. So we have a guest here today because I decided, hey, you're free. Why not get somebody to play this game other than me for once, just to get more eyes on it? Because one of the main reasons I play this game to begin with is because I just want more people to have eyes on the game. So why don't you introduce yourself for those who don't already know who you are?
Hi, I'm David. You can also find me as Deshantu on Twitch, or Deshant on Twitch.
Alright.
This this man is going to suffer the consequences of my actions.
Pretty much. A longtime friend and mod of the channel as well. So you'll probably see him pop by every now and then. But yeah, since we're gonna let you take the reins here, we're just gonna do a new run. I recommend playing on normal. And that is weird. Why that didn't pop up?
No, for simplicity's sake, we're just gonna go with Reimu because Reimu seems.
It is the default. It's got the lowest complexity.
Oh god, Marissa is more complex. Why?
It's because she has two different mechanics. The potion mechanic is you put cards in your deck that when you draw them, they throw themselves at the opponent, and they give you an extra mana for the turn. And then her other mechanic is charge, where you build up charge. When you have 8 charge, you get 3 mana, you do double damage for the turn. So she's kinda complex. I think it's funny that they list the potions as more complex. I would argue charge is more complex. And then we got Churbo, who I would argue is pretty straightforward. I would argue they're slightly more complex than Reimu because they actually have mechanics that matter. Whereas Reimu is considered to be the least complex because all of her mechanics, every other character can do them. She's just all in on 2 of the generic mechanics that everyone can do. Her mechanics are Firepower and Barrier. Firepower is more damage per turn, or whether it be temporary or permanent, and Barrier is just block that sticks around for an extra turn.
You know, I'm always a much more defensive player, so we're gonna play Barrier.
Alright. Just a heads up, the starting relic you get, unless you choose to throw it away, makes it so that if you don't spend all your mana in a turn, you'll get 3 Barrier.
Makes sense.
And then your spell card is just gain 15 Barrier, deal 10 damage to each enemy, apply 2 weak to each enemy, and then add a Yin Yang Orb to the hand, which is one of her unique mechanics. Yin Yang Orbs are these extra cards that go in your hand, they do damage and give barrier at the same time. Offense and defense all on one card. But they exile, so you don't get to keep them. So once you cast it, it's gone. She has a few other cards, like Precision Needles, but I don't know if you start out with any of those. It's in your starting deck. Yeah, you just get your basic cards, which are your 5 cards, your 10 cards, and deal 12 damage. If you have Barrier, it deals that much damage twice. You only need 1 point of Barrier to trigger that effect. And of course, you start with 80 life, and Reimu, you start with no money.
Of course. This shit's broke.
Alright. And you're primarily going to be playing yellow, or I guess it's white. Let's start. So it's white mana, but it looks yellow because that's the color they chose. Kind of like how, I guess in Magic the Gathering, white mana actually looks like they chose a shade of white. It's like eggshell, it's not really white.
Yeah, they chose...
God, why am I calling it eggshell? Alrighty.
You know, it almost reminds me of like certain games. It reminds me of like how Fire Emblem says light, and it's a very it reminds me of the light spells coloration.
Yeah, that makes sense. So we have sponsor, gain money, swap, lose your starting exhibit, get a random one. and get a random shining one. So the rarities are shining, which means you'll never lose it, and it gives you a mana. All shining exhibits give you more base mana. You can hit recall, which you get to look at 3 uncommon rarity cards, choose one and add it to the library, or alter, choose a card in your library and transform it. It doesn't say what it transforms into, so you can probably turn it into anything.
You know, we're just gonna go sponsor, and we're gonna see what the deck grants.
All right. So you probably want to hit a store then, early on.
Yeah.
Now we get to take a pill. Do you take the red pill or the blue pill? I recommend the blue pill. Blue pill gives you more max life. Red pill just means you can use your spell card right away, twice. Which won't matter in the early game.
Yeah. Blue pill, definitely.
I bet this has something to do with Slay the Spire, because I don't think this is a good mechanic. I feel like they should put something else for the red pill.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, red pill and gain an extra starting mana or something. Because 20 life is pretty significant. That is basically an extra turn where you don't die.
True.
Because we went from 80 to 100. That's a 20%. That's a 40% increase, almost. That's a 25% increase in health.
The routes that can lead to a store are...
So Gap, you can also upgrade your cards in your deck. Which I guess we should take a look at that real quick. So if you look at these, they have a base value and an upgraded value. So your best card just costs 1 mana less when you upgrade it. And then all of these, they lose their colors, but they get slightly more stats as well.
Yeah. That one just,
gives a little more damage. Your basic cards are basic cards. They're nothing to snuff at. And also at shops, you can get rid of cards if you want to make your deck thinner. I don't know what the difference between blue and red enemies are. Events, stuff happens. Elites are, you get another exhibit.
Yeah. So we're gonna just hit the, we got the blue pill, so we're gonna hit the red enemy.
Alright. Oh, Sunflower Fairy, I hate these. They have so much health. And they hit really hard.
Of course.
Alrighty.
Oh, that does hit
Well, you got all your block cards, so which block card do you want to play? Because you're taking damage next turn.
Let's at least play...
The 1 damage card you have?
Yeah, let's play at least a 1 damage card.
Progress.
Phew! Then we're going to apply,
16 damage is coming back. So I'd probably just play 2 of the 10s.
Yeah, play 2 bullet exterminations.
21 block. Oh yeah, your exhibit also makes you start with 1 barrier, so if you can hang on to that 1 barrier, this card gets a lot better. There's your best card. Normally doing 7 this turn, but you could choose to mitigate it or go all in damage.
So I'm thinking mitigate
as much as you can.
Yeah.
You're only going to take 1 damage, but you'll lose your barrier is the sad part. But you have your barrier spell in hand already, so you have until you get... Draw this again to get barrier back.
Yeah,
and actually, you could just not spend all your mana, and that'll get you 3 barrier. So actually, yeah, you have that option too.
True.
I always forget that when I'm playing this Reimu. So you could play 2 attack cards or 1 attack card and not take damage.
No, we're gonna play 1 attack card and not do damage.
Alright.
We're gonna do the shoot. Oh. Okay,
You want to use the barrier one.
fair. 'Cause
I don't know
do
why
have
you
to-
talked yourself out of it.
I don't know why.
Although we can use the shoot because you.
Nah, we would lose the
No, you just have to not spend all the mana. See, look.
fair.
Now you got 3 more barrier, which means this doesn't get through. And now you have 2 barrier. I forgot that you had the 1 mana shoot, so you did do something there. But now we got the big turn coming. And because the deck reshuffled, look, this is back. But now you have a 10 block card. There is no way to block all the damage, so this is again the same choice as last turn. I guess you could not spend all mana, so theoretically you can get up to 13 shield, which is still not enough to block all the damage. So you basically are at a point of,
They
do you want to mitigate or do you want to just go all in on damage?
have 9
They have 9 block.
block, which means they'll automatically. I mean, even if we went.
Your damage goes through block. It's just if you do the 12 damage card, it'll do 9 damage to block and then 3 damage to their life, which will put them to 15, and then it'll hit them for 12 again, which will put them to 3. So I think you can kill them this turn.
Yeah, let's. If we can kill them, we're gonna kill them.
All right. I think you just have to play this.
Duplex
Yep, and then you have your
barrier
shoot card.
and-
Or you can just do the talisman shooting. It actually doesn't matter. Any attack
Yeah,
card.
it really doesn't matter. Do we want to
Fancy mana. Big number go up.
concur? Yeah, big number always important.
So you do have the option to skip to gain 5 money, but this is your choices. Hey look, you can get another of this barrier card. So priority is because this is the only way you can create barrier. You probably want to get cards that give you barrier if you have the option. You don't have the option right now. So you could just get more of a card you already have. You can get an ability card that makes it so every turn you start with 1 extra mana. So ability cards are you cast them once, they're gone, but they give you a permanent effect, usually. And then we have a defense card. A really good defense card, actually.
And plus, that just gives a free extra mana, which would naturally grant us.
And upgraded, it's a 1-drop. You should always, and remember, you can take that into consideration as well.
So that just becomes.
I know what I would
and-
pick in this scenario, but it's actually tough. Because I don't know if I would want 2 of these, or if I would grab this right away.
Because
You also only have 3 block cards, so the block card is not a bad pick either. Or,
yeah, that.
They're all good.
Yeah. I
Definitely
think-
the wrong choice is to skip.
Yeah, skipping is bad. We're gonna go with let's go with the defense card.
You want to get the defense card?
Yeah,
This is also a pretty good defense card because it gives you temporary firepower, which means for the turn you do 3 extra damage with all your attack cards.
yeah.
Event time. Now we get to see the random shenanigans. Ooh, this is a good one. Scale powder is approaching. Such strong life force, I finally accomplished the last step of ascension. Come and receive the blessing of the god of Evernight. So you can get Enlightenment, which gives you a free card upgrade. You can get Oblivion, lose 1 life and remove a card from your deck. Or Grant Change, lose 2 life, choose a card from the library and transform it to an uncommon card.
You know what? Let's upgrade a card.
Alright, because technically this upgrades a card too in a roundabout way, but yeah, upgrade a card is pretty good.
Yeah. Upgrade a card without a cost. Always.
Alright, so you probably want to either do the duplex barrier or this new card you just got, because those are like the only 2 cards that are not base cards.
Let's do the duplex barrier.
Yeah, that's probably the best choice, because now it costs 1, which gives you much more flexibility.
Yeah.
can also upgrade at stores for money if there's nothing you want to buy, so... But when you remove cards at store, that gets higher and higher cost. So these have grays, which means the first attack they take will do 0 damage. This one's doing 11. So you have options. You can block all of it, because you have this block card.
Yeah. Let's do battle stand.
Now these do 13, 8, and this is still 5 because this is a block card. You don't have to worry about blocking anymore.
Then let's just eliminate gray on the one that has less health.
So, a little bit of a head thing. Since this one's attacking this turn, this one will attack next turn, and they're going to swap back and forth, so that's something to keep in mind. So you want to attack the one with less health?
Yeah.
Probably a smart idea. Which means you can kill him next turn, because he won't have grays next turn. He won't have grays next turn either, though. Great, because the buffs always tick down equal to the number. But you might as well get damage in while you can. Okay, so whoever you cast this on dies, except for this guy. He'll live barely. So you can basically just kill this guy this turn. Or no, you actually... Yeah, you have enough to kill this guy this turn if you want, or you could just finish him off.
Let's kill the damage. Just
1 HP.
And then just overkill for 5.
It doesn't matter what you play, so we'll just get to the end of the turn. Got even more barrier for next turn.
Barrier.
10. So, can you do 11 damage? Hey, look, you drew it again! Because your deck's so small, you're getting your best card almost every other turn.
Yeah, let's
Well, I think most people start with a deck of 15, or start with a deck of 10 cards, so you basically have 2 hands.
Makes sense.
You don't even get to hit them twice, they just die instantly.
They die on the first instance.
Ooh, I have not seen this card before in any of my playthroughs. And it's a good card, in my opinion.
True Majesty?
It is basically the same as this card, but it costs 0 mana. Although this card can improve your damage as well. And it does in exile, so... This card, I think, is just a better version of this, personally. What does it do upgraded? Oh, it's innate. So innate means it starts in your opening hand. And then you have Wild Exorcism Dance, which is an expensive spell, but it deals 8 damage 3 times, but it's random who it targets.
So if it's just one enemy...
You can hit 16 damage for 3 mana. Which might not be a good rate, but when you upgrade it, it's 6 damage 5 times, which is 24 damage for 3, which is a much better rate. Generally, you want to do 5 damage per mana. That is generally what you want to try to do. So this is... It could be more efficient, but it is good. Yes, it is. Welcome back, Matt.
So I think I'll take Full Moon Howl.
It's a fun card. And upgraded, it's even better because it lasts 2 turns.
Hey Matt, I'm forcing Dan to deal with the consequences of my actions.
Alrighty, your first shop. So this is where we're gonna get into a fucking stun lock, I guess, because you have a lot of options here. So down here is you can remove a card and upgrade a card. So these are exhibits you can buy. You can't afford any of them, so we'll ignore them. Tool cards. Tool cards are usually limited use cards, but they're really, really good. And then everything here you can buy except for Fantasy Seal Blink, which is the best card here, but you can't afford it. It's an extra turn spell.
Makes sense.
So on cursory grants, I usually recommend ability cards first because they're one and done. They don't really inflate your deck all that much. Like this is a barrier generation card. Whenever you
Reverse
lose a buff, you gain
boundary.
barrier, but you don't have any buff card. Actually, you do. Battle Stance is a buff card. So which means this makes it so that every time you cast Battle Stance, you're going to get 3 barrier. This is also a buff card, which gives you 2 ward. Because temporary firepower is a buff.
So we just... So... I am noticing, like, we also have the ability to gain, we have 2 abilities that are nice. In my mind.
This is a good card. This is a just generically good card that anyone can use that has red.
Yeah.
And it's also on sale. It's marked half off. So you have 137 money, so you could buy both of these.
True.
And still have enough to not buy anything else.
Of course it's...
Play this fire with MTG, man. Pretty much. That's pretty
Yeah.
much how I like to think of it, too, man. Yeah. This is a... If you want this card, we'll get it. This is what I would recommend, because it's the only card on here that cares about barrier, or you could get a second copy of this. But you want to think about barrier generation in the long game.
Yeah, I definitely want to grab the reverse boundary.
Which means you basically can afford 1 more card, and it does highlight which ones you can afford still.
Yeah, because the red says I can't, white says I can, and green means it's half off.
Yep. It'll usually have a tag on it when it's on sale. You also have the option to just spend the money now for 50, and you could upgrade a card. You don't have to buy 2 cards.
True.
Which, actually, let's look at what Reverse Boundary does upgraded. 5 barrier per. Because right now you only have, actually... Yeah, you only have 1 card that gives you barrier off this, so it also might be worth grabbing Cleansing Exorcism.
Yeah.
So yeah, my recommendation here would probably be Cleansing Exorcism.
Yeah,
but again, Duplex Barrier or upgrade a card is also really good. Strength and Body is also really good. It's just generically good. It's never bad. Well, actually, it is bad in one specific scenario, but that probably won't come up. And then I'm gonna complain later if it comes up. There is 2 bosses that if you gain firepower, it's a bad thing. One of those bosses is avoidable. The other one, you have no choice in the matter. It's random what boss you get.
Let's get Cleansing Exorcism.
Japanese Goblin. Before we started the stream, I was actually just reading a bunch of flavor text on cards. Appears to be ineffective against enemies with 999 firepower. And this is my favorite art. I always switch to this guy's art if they're in here. Because the other art's pretty, but this is fucking shit posty and I love it. Do we have any flavor text? Ooh, this one has flavor text. This time it doesn't come with wolf fur. Oh my god, this has a lot of flavor text. Omoji Inubishari is reliable at holding aggro, which is why many yokai from the Yokai Mountain are vying for her to join their parties.
Yeah.
The savior can stop the bullet with a wave of the hand. Designed to be fired even with their eyes closed. It has the same essence as the Great Barrier. Danmaku that can be found easily throughout Gensokyo.
Yep.
Funny meme.
Yeah, I think I'm set for whatever,
Now we get your first real choice. We get to choose the first act boss. Or you could choose to not choose. And get some power points. So we have Marissa, Sakya, Cirno. And I guess when we eventually get the last update, Koishi will probably be a choice on here as well.
You know, let's fight the one who says they're the strongest.
Cirno it is. By the way, just so you know, the wrong choice here would be to fight Marissa. Because you have firepower cards, Marissa's gimmick is her firepower is always stronger than yours. So if you put a bunch of firepower, you just make the boss do more damage. The other boss that is bad to be a firepower for is Sanae, because she can steal your firepower buffs and add them to her own, which is just Marissa but on crack.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alrighty, so we have a lot of branching paths here. So we don't... you don't have really money anymore, so a store is probably a bad idea, but you can go to...
So any gas...
The real question is, do you want to fight an elite, or do you want to not fight an elite? And do you want to go to an event, or do you want to not go to an event? That's all you really want to worry about. Events can be good, but events can be bad. I try to hit as many events as possible, because that's where most of the achievements are. Because I'm achievement hunting on this game, mostly.
Fair. Let's go full... Let's attempt to hit the gaps, but not the elites.
Alrighty. So we're gonna hit a gap no matter what. But so gap and no elite, so we'll go the middle path then.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one, when they die, you get poison. Poison at the start of your turn, you take damage equal to the number. They're gonna steal all of your money that you don't have, and then they're gonna leave. Normally, the meta strategy is just to pay them $40 to fuck off, but you don't have that option.
They're just gonna steal everything.
Unless you can kill them first, you'll get what they steal back. And then again, this one's doing 16 damage this turn. So, if you can put this down... Because, this will actually negate what the bunny's about to do. They're about to put status cards in your deck, which is going to give you junk cards. So this gives you 2 wards, which will help you deal with those junk cards. And then you could also just block everything that the Doll of Nerim is going to do. So this is 5 mana if you want to play all 3 of these. Or you could do Cleansing Exorcism, Bullet of Extermination, Boundary, and Shoot.
Yeah, let's do the Cleansing Exorcism and...
That being said, you will lose your barrier, but not take damage if you do it that way. So it's like, basically, you could do as much mana efficient as possible, or you could try to be mana inefficient and get more barrier as an option.
So... Cleansing Exorcism.
So Cleansing Exorcism will force you to exile a card from the hand.
Yeah. We have an additional copy of Bullet Extermination.
Yeah. Okay, that's gone. You'll never see it again. At least this match. It'll be back in your deck at the end of battle. There's a few achievements running a battle with like 7 or less cards in your deck. 4 mana remaining. If you want to get barrier at the end, you probably want to use only 3 of it.
Yeah, let's go for...
You could block everything with these 2, or you could attack, block, and some and do damage.
Let's do block everything.
16, end turn. Get a few more barrier. And now you have 3 for next turn. Oops, the ward got rid of their buy-off card, so I guess that's not a dead card in your game anymore. Alright, so now we have all your damage cards, and this is cheap and does double damage now, so that's pretty useful. Do you want to try to focus down the bunny or the doll first? The doll is the most annoying one, but... because they'll eventually just start poisoning you. And they're gonna leave on their own. It really boils down to, do you really care about that 17 money? So actually, here's what I would recommend, since they're not attacking you this turn. This gives vulnerable, so your attacks do 50% more damage to the target. This gives you firepower to boost your attacks, so you could go vulnerable, boost attack, and then just nuke somebody with this.
With a duplex barrier.
Yeah, because it's gonna hit somebody twice. And that only uses 4 mana, so you'll even create barrier for next turn.
So let's do full
Full Moon Howl.
Full Moon Howl. Do the
It does everybody.
yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna do the suggestion of battle stance into duplex.
But who do you want to hit with the duplex? That is a choice. It's gonna deal 23 damage twice. It's not gonna kill either of them, but it's gonna put them close. So you actually might be able to keep your money if you put it at the Rabbit Trickster.
Yeah, let's hit the rabbit trick.
Times 2 again. So now you have an interesting option. You can get this ability out of the hand, but I don't think you need it anymore. They put weak on you. Temporary firepower down. So all your stuff does less damage right this turn. But you only need to do 3 damage to kill them. Which means you have to hit him with the duplex barrier, because nothing else does enough.
Yeah, let's hit them with duplex bear. Here.
Feels bad, but there's your 17 money back. Might as well just mitigate the damage. Yeah. Or you can actually stop it entirely. The real question is, do you want to do 2 damage?
I think we're gonna block it entirely.
Well, you're gonna block it entirely no matter what. The question is, do you want to do 2 damage, or do you want to build more barrier?
Let's build more barrier.
Alright.
The barrier will...
There is an achievement for getting 1,000 barrier, by the way. It's called the Great Hakurei Barrier. I could do it in a game, but it would be basically me just sitting, not winning, just stacking barrier. I could definitely do it in my downtime if I really wanted to, but there's like no point. 11 damage, this cannot be grazed. So you can actually do that same combo you did last time, except you won't be doing you won't be doing 23 twice. You would be basically boom, boom, boom. Or you can just do boom, 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 and this actually does a lot as well.
Yeah, we can apply, let's go with the Full Moon Howl, Battle Stance, Talisman Shoot.
20 damage. And also, it lowered their 11 damage to 8, but you're gonna block it all anyway, because Battle Stance is still a defense card.
Yep.
Uh-oh, now we're poisoned. That's damage we can no longer avoid. might draw into your barrier card next turn. So they're doing 16 again. So you only need 10 block to block all the damage this turn. Poison is annoying because it goes through barrier.
So
you can do 15 damage this turn, or you could just block everything. And... or actually, no, you can just block everything and do 10. Yeah, you can do block.
Yeah.
You can do 15. You can play all your cards. More or less.
that's like reverse barrier taking it.
If you do reverse barrier, you're going to take a hit this turn.
Yeah.
Or actually, you could do boundary and mitigate with reverse barrier. But you don't have any cards right now, and you're not going to... You'll draw one, maybe one next turn. Basically, it's, do you want to set yourself up to win next turn, or do you want to just, like, buckle up for a much longer game? That's basically what reverse boundary is for. Pretty much outside of bosses, this is probably a card that's not going to get used all that often.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As you get more cards that synergize with it, it'll get used more often, though.
Yeah, let's go with, because we're gonna definitely block,
Yeah, because now we're at 18, so their attack doesn't matter. Now, do you want to do 15 damage? Or do you want to build more barrier?
let's hit them back for basically nearly equivalent.
And if you draw your 12 damage spell, they're just dead. Doubly so. You did not draw it. Annoying. But you drew this combo again. Because you already know this combo does 20 damage.
Yeah, that's just death on spot.
Even this would have done 16. Your weakest attack would have done 16. Ooh, now you got a very interesting choice here. So these are some of the weirdest choices. So this is an interesting defensive and draw spell. It gets better when you upgrade it. This is an offensive spell that gives you a yin-yang orb. And it gets cheaper when you upgrade it. And then we have the wacky card that I never grab, but people tell me is good. Which is Haniwa Front. Which is, it's a card that's 2 mana, it just copies the last card you play, the stats of it, basically.
So effectively, it is a...
Whenever another card is played. So actually, if you play it last, it'll add up all the attack damage and defense damage of cards you play in the turn. So if it's the last card you play in the turn, it's good. Otherwise, it's a dead card. It's a very interesting card. I know it can be good. When it's upgraded, it's pretty good, because it costs 1. But, like, on its own, it's kind of just bad in my personal opinion, but I know it's good. Your deck's pretty small, so some draw power would be pretty okay as well. And Graze just makes it so that if their attack is not accurate, you take no damage from that hit. The only drawback is it's got 2 red pips and you're not playing a red deck per se, but if you upgrade it, that's mitigated a bit.
Yeah, let's just hit the let's get Graze, because
Graze is useful. It's not universally useful, but you're gonna get hit with more attacks that are inaccurate than those that are. Oh look, it's orbs. So this one is gonna get 1 firepower every turn. This one's gonna get 1 spirit, which means it's gonna give barrier. ability cards on the first turn, that's usually some of the best times to get these off.
Yeah.
So your call on the opening turn.
Because we can
You're not going to be able to block everything no matter what, because you just drew a bad opening hand.
Yeah,
That's just
true.
how it be sometimes. There's 15 cards in the deck.
We can get...
You can mitigate a decent amount, or you can mitigate a little bit, and then boundary to just make the fight easier. Because this will probably be, maybe, I'm guessing, a 6-turn fight.
Yeah. Because Blue Yin Yang's just going to constantly gain barrier, which will just be annoying.
You could also get barrier to the other guy.
True.
And they also have like 70 health total before you even consider barrier. You're taking damage this turn no matter what, but want to finally get this to do something?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Now, can't cast this, but you can do 24 damage to one of them. And then block a little bit. That'd be my recommendation.
Let's get 24 on the guy who generates barriers, because target the healer first. It's always
Generally a good idea. They're gonna break through no matter what, so you might as well get the most for the total. Alright. 5 times 2 and 9. So you can actually block all of it. And then build barrier. Also, Graze is a temporary buff, so that'll also give you barrier.
yeah. This is just the most offensive.
I mean, you
There's a
got
lot
offensive power in here.
Yeah.
You just don't have enough offensive power to matter.
So let's.
My recommendation would be block it all, and then you pretty much have the decision of, do you want to do 5 damage to it? Or do you want to build more barrier?
Block all of it and then build barrier.
Now you have 3 barrier. 11 damage coming out this turn. He's going to put more barrier on the other guy. You have a battle stance turn for sure.
Yeah.
Which battle stance will give enough power for this to actually kill.
Yeah, let's kill the barrier and now since he's kind of a low.
Yeah, let's just end the turn here.
Yeah. Oh, barrier.
Okay, now he's at 9 barrier, but you don't have to worry about that. It'll go away eventually because you're going to be hitting him. But 7 times 2, 14 damage. Hey, look, you got battle stance again. And exactly 1 damage card. This by itself will block everything he's throwing out because of your barrier.
Yeah. Just.
So just
Battle
want to
stands into shoot.
8 damage. You almost hurt him. Look at how much barrier you have. You don't even need to block this turn if you don't want to. Got a vulnerable into double shooting. That will do a decent chunk of change.
Yeah. Let's do Full Moon Howl into double shoot.
It's 30 damage. Gonna feel that in the morning. Do orbs feel? Ponder if the orb feels.
Depends. Does the orb know fear?
Okay, this is gonna be a very difficult decision for you, David. Do you kill him now, or do you skip turn and let him hurt you?
Why would I skip turn?
I don't know. Maybe you're masochistic. I'm not sure.
No, we're killing. If we have the chance to kill an enemy, we're killing an enemy.
Alrighty. Yin Yang Rune. Free Fly is back. Celestial Flight is a meme. There are decks where I've actually grabbed it and it's been really good, but I consider it to be a funny meme card.
It's just gain a mana you can use for anything.
Yep, it's a ritual. 3 mana, gain 5. And when you upgrade it, it's 2 mana, gain 5.
Just better Dark Ritual.
That depends. I guess it is because it's mana of any color. It's definitely better than Dark Ritual, but... And then we have Free Fly here again.
Yeah, which is gain 1 mana every single turn.
And this actually synergizes really good with your build, because it'll give you temporary buffs for your other card that gives you barrier.
Let's grab Yin Yang Rune and just
The only drawback to it is you lose 1 life when you play it. But you're only going to play it once every turn. Or I mean, once every game.
Fair. Now into the gap.
Alright, you can heal 30% of your max HP. Or you can upgrade a card.
I haven't lost too much.
Generally, my recommendation is if this isn't healing the full amount, never grab it. It's going to heal you 30, you're only missing 6. And
yeah.
I think you have a lot of cards you want to upgrade. Like, Reverse Boundary, just to get more benefit out of it when you do cast it. This is a little bit better. Full Moon Howl becomes a 2-turn bomb. This becomes 1 less mana, which is probably the recommendation. And then everything else just gets slightly better. What about you? You become colorless.
Let's get Maiden's Aerial Dance into down the cost of that, because that will definitely be useful.
Yeah. Do we have a 1 mana draw 2 in Magic the Gathering yet?
No. Not that I'm aware of. I think we just beat Magic in terms of power creeping.
Probably. How long before they do print one? That's the real question. Ancestral Recall was too powerful. But 1 mana draw 2, though. Because there's a 1 mana draw 2 in the Genshin Impact card game. People were complaining, oh, that's just Pot of Greed. It's like, no, it ain't. You gotta pay a mana for it.
Yeah.
It's more balanced than Pot of Greed. And the funny thing is, in the Genshin Impact game, mana is such a limited resource in that game. Because you have to roll dice and you might not get the colors. So spending 1 mana to draw 2 is not always a good thing. So not every deck even runs it.
Fair. Well, like we said, we're going through...
Yeah, we're going to avoid the elite, as we said earlier. Alright, Sick Girl. When they die, you get vulnerable for 2 turns. When these guys die, they explode and do 6 and 5 damage, respectively. And they will also detonate automatically in 3 turns. This will detonate automatically in 5 turns. So this is going to be a 5-turn game at most, probably.
Which means we just want to,
Yeah. 12 damage is coming at you. Which means this by itself blocks everything.
Yeah, Battle Stance will just block every instance of damage.
And now you buff your only attack spell to 8 damage. This is gonna buff their allies, and they're just damaging you for 12. Who do you want to put the 8 damage at? You got the green Vengeful Spirit, the blue Vengeful Spirit, or the Sick Girl. I can't
feel
throw
bad
it at
for it, but the sick girl. Feel bad, but the sick girl.
Alright. And... I mean, it doesn't really matter what you cast. You can basically either cast the Cleansing Exorcism, probably ditching the Boundary, or you can just cast the Boundary. Or just end turn, doesn't matter. You can cast nothing if you want.
Let's just end turn and
get some barrier that way.
Yeah.
Alright, they boosted their firepower. Okay, so we have an ability card. There's only 8 damage coming out, and you can graze it. So I would actually just recommend playing all your best cards, since you have your three of your best cards in hand.
Yeah, let's just get the
Can't cast that.
Rune. And then
now you're at the point where you can decide, do you want to block? Actually, you have grace, doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, we have grace. We're going to.
And look, you have damage left over, so you could gain more barrier or just pump 5 damage into one of them. Grace didn't matter. You did enough damage to kill.
Fair.
Also, the orbs have retained, so this will be in your hand, even if you don't cast it. It'll start in your hand next turn. So you want to build more barrier, or shoot now?
Let's shoot at the 20 life.
Alright. So, I would probably recommend Full Moon Howl, Battle Stance, and then Yin Yang Orb would be my recommendation.
Yeah, that's probably the.
Or you could just Full Moon Howl and then go full defense is the other option.
Yeah.
Because this guy's gonna blow up no matter what. They're only doing a lot of damage because you're vulnerable right now.
Yeah, let's go full moon half full. Now they're dealing 11
6
damage. Battle stands.
So, this will do 12 damage and give you 6 more block. teleport this, which will do 14 damage to one of them. This guy's gonna blow up on his turn, I believe. Whether you kill him or not.
Then actually, let's
When he does blow up, though, I believe it's gonna do 1 damage, because it looks like the full moon howl reduces his blow up damage. Funny.
He does 1.
So just yin yang over the other one then?
Yin yang over the other one.
Okay, so he's gonna blow up for 12. Alright. You can graze through one of them.
Yeah, we'll definitely...
Because it also draws 2, gives you more options.
Yeah. Let's apply graze.
It's 10 more block. So you can get 15 more block. And still have damage at the end. To dish out.
Yeah, let's get 15 block and then
Alright, let's see what goes. 0. 12. You good. Same as last time. It's like a... Probably cast a block spell or a fire power down. I'd just cast a block spell and then kill him. That's basically what I recommend. Because he's going to do 5 damage. It doesn't matter, you have 8 barrier.
yeah. I was just like, why should I worry about this?
Cast more cards, cast more cards. Oh, this is that card I mentioned earlier, Persuasion Needles. They're just cards you can stick in your hand, 1 mana, deal 10. Ethereal means that if you don't cast it, it'll exile itself. So it's a really good block spell once. But it's not always going to be in your hand. This is a really good card. Draw 3 cards and then upgrade.
Till the end of combat.
And when it's upgraded, it gives you barrier for each card that's already upgraded if you draw it.
Let's grab the Talisman of Dreams.
What does this do upgraded? Oh, it's much cheaper. Alright, Bunny Box. Assistance from Iante. Gain the exhibit, the high-tech glasses from the outside world, or the Parasol of Gaps. You can also leave. But free stuff is free stuff. So Parasol of Gaps, at the start of the player's 3rd turn each combat, gain 20 block and 3 rainbow mana. And high-tech glasses, rewards from combat give 25% more money.
You know, you never know when 20 block will actually save you or...
Get the Parasol of Gaps. It's really good.
Yeah.
The 3 mana is also really nice. It means
Yeah,
if you
plus...
also draw your ability cards on turn 3, it means that they're pretty much easy cast with no worries.
Yeah.
Why does the Intame's middle manager also have to work as the janitor? I don't know. I don't know reason. Alrighty. Big choice coming up.
I think we have to hit a... We're gonna hit Elite no matter what.
Yeah. You can't avoid them all. We're still in Act 1, so it's probably going to be Orin, the 3 Fairies of Light, or Aya.
let's hit the event and then hit gap.
Event gap? Alright.
Yeah.
Ah, Bamboo Forest Wars. Game Girl Advance is the best portable console. I won't let you badmouth Nintendo. A company that can't even understand the concept of the metaverse? That's a lousy as your exposition. I have no idea what they're fighting over, but if they continue to fight, the thief might use the chaos to get away. Help Kaguya. Get the exhibit, the Kenjaku Amulet, which gives you... The first time you get a debuff, you get 10 barrier. And the lighter, which is the first time you deal attack damage, they get vulnerable. You're on a barrier build, so I'd probably recommend the amulet.
Yeah, the amulet for lose 18 life, gain the amulet.
I think it's funny because that just means depending on who you help. That just means that Moku is the stronger fighter. It's like, help Kaguya. Moku beats the shit out of you. Help Moku. Kaguya attempts to beat the shit out of you.
Kaguya is just pure firepower.
Yeah. She has like one of the most meme cards in the game that I actually did grab on a run, where it's a 5 red mana spell that just says, if you have half or less your life at the end of battle, gain 6 life, but you get 2 firepower every turn.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So we're gonna grab the amulet and just,
Don't fight anymore. Renosuke once said that Nintendo's VR technology is outstanding. She tries to separate them by force after blocking a few punches from Moku. Kaguya gradually gains the upper hand. Stop being nosy, Reimu. Please accept this as a token of my appreciation. I'm counting on you to resolve the incident. Alrighty. We have more barrier generation. Now we got a pink enemy. It's the Kadamas. This would be a great time for you to have AoE spell. You do not have an AoE spell. You do have this, though. That's really good in this situation. 5, 6, 10. 21 damage coming your way.
which we can reduce to doing, 3.
Plus 2 is fine. So you can reduce it down to 12 with Full Moon Howl.
Yeah. Yeah, Full Moon Owl.
Probably block.
Full Extermination. Yep. Use a Bullet Extermination. And.
You can do 15 damage to one of them if you want. This can basically kill one of them on the spot outside of the black one. Because the vulnerable from Full Moon Howl is buffing it by 50%.
Yeah, let's kill the, yeah, let's kill the, one that's dealing 3 damage.
So Kadama's, their mechanic is if you deal damage the first time, they get block. Which doesn't matter if you kill them in one hit.
Yep.
You got a debuff, which means 11 barrier this turn. And look at what you have here. It's nerfed because you have weak. But you can make up for that with this.
Yeah. Oh, we have the capability of killing,
Killing pretty much any of these two this turn.
yeah.
Although it's a little bit less than you'd think because they're going to get 5 block after the first hit, then they're going to get hit again.
Not if we use Oh yeah, because we don't have, because we're weak.
Yeah. Weak is annoying. Battle stance would probably be what I recommend no matter what.
Yeah, battle stance in.
Because now this does 11 twice. Which now kills most things here.
Except the black one.
Yeah.
Which we're gonna kill the 18 life.
Alright, let's see if we can. Oh, it does go through both before they proc their defense. Still wouldn't have killed the black one, but...
Nice to know.
This gets you an attack card guaranteed next turn, in addition to dealing damage this turn.
Yeah.
And you're already blocking everything, so you don't really need to graze. So who do you want to attack?
So just, let's just hit the Pinkadama.
Pinkadama. Doesn't matter, they're about the same.
Yeah.
Alright, let's just hit the top one. Oh, black one's gonna hit hard this turn. But now you have a Persuasion Needle for 1 damage. And look, it's turn 3, which means you get all this extra mana. Which means you can cast this. Pretty much for free this turn, because you have 20 block.
Yep.
You only have 2 damage cards that really matter to cast, sadly.
Everything else is a,
Let's just do that.
yeah,
It's efficient.
yeah.
The real question is, which one do you want to set lower for next turn?
Let's set the, let's set the blue one.
Alright. Make him waste his block now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. Just get the barrier. Alright. Okay, now we can just start pumping damage into the Black Kadama.
Yep.
So we can do a lot of damage this turn. This deals 12. It'll give you a 1 mana 10. So for 3 mana, you can do 22. 27. You can just cast all 4 of these for lethal, I think.
On the black.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds. Because we've left the
We left him alone a long time. Oh, that's right. He gets the 8 block though. You still have 20 damage right here though. You can get him real low.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna debuff you. It probably didn't matter. Let's just pump all the damage into there.
Yeah.
This makes this turn a lot easier, though. Or it would have been a lot easier. Sadly, only 1 damage spell.
We're gonna at least kill the thing that's gonna deal the most damage.
And any block spell you grab is just going to block it, so it doesn't matter. Alrighty. Look at him. Floating there menacingly with his 2 health. You could overkill the shit out of him. He knew what hit him, and it hurt.
He knew.
Ooh, Dragon Slaying Circle. That's a funny card. This is another funny card, Edge of Fantasy. You can get another battle stance. Edge of Fantasy, when it's upgraded, is pretty cheap. Dragon Slaying Circle is basically a nuke spell. It doesn't do very good damage, but it gives them weak and vulnerable, so you put this on the boss to make them do less damage back, while also setting them up to take more damage from your follow-ups. But it's 3, so you generally will only ever follow up with one thing.
Yeah.
Whereas Battle Stance...
Okay. Kind of already synergized with my Yor.
Yeah. Edge of Fantasy is better in a deck where you have more exile cards.
Yeah,
If your Yin Yang Orbs, though, those exile and those Persuasion Needles you have do exile. So you do have enough to where this is justifiable.
Where Edge of Fantasy is a justifiable card.
Because just counting how many cards you have that exile is 1... Because this exiles 2 cards. This exiles a card. And this, exiles a card. But this is repeatable, this is repeatable. This gives you a card you can exile every time you pass it at a cost of life, but this is basically, every time you get this, you're gonna get an exile card. So it's okay. It's better when upgraded, though, because it's cheap.
Yeah, let's grab Edge of Fantasy, because we have enough synergies to play around it.
Yeah. And you wanted to go to the Gap for the Elite.
Yeah.
It's probably not worth drinking tea. And Edge of Fantasy, as I just said, will cost...
Is better.
It's half as much.
Yeah, let's upgrade Edge of Fantasy.
Doesn't matter. Let's go up to be fancy. There they are.
Yeah.
God, we didn't even see an AoE spell that we could have taken at any point in the playthrough.
No, we did not.
So, Sunny's gonna cast a spell card, Luna's gonna attack, start. So the gimmick for this boss fight is Sunny puts a bunch of shit dead cards in your deck, Luna buffs the team, and Star does a fuck ton of damage.
Makes sense.
Alrighty. Their spell card is not going to do damage, which is how you can tell, because it has no numbers on it. So I would probably recommend Battle Stancing into Talisman of Dreams, or Aerial Dance into maybe the Yin Yang rune. Because you can never know what you could draw into with the Aerial Dance.
Yeah. Still bad stand. Into Talisman of Dreams.
Who do you want to hit, though? Most people recommend fighting Luna.
Yeah, let's hit Luna. Oh, I've got a call.
Right.
That's spam, probably.
And you could either build barrier or you could save the persuasion needle for next turn.
Let's go with yeah, let's hit let's hit Luna again.
Hit her again. So, she put 2 cards in our discard pile. When we draw them, if they're in our hand at the end of our turn, you take 5 damage. And 22 damage, 21 damage coming out.
Ooh, that's
So a good combo you could do here is you could Edge of
fantasy.
discard your 5 damage with Cleansing Exorcism.
Yeah. Edge of Fantasy,
Edge of Fantasy is another one of those cards where it gets better if you have multiple copies, because all ability cards exile themselves. You could also just exile Reverse Boundary. That'll give you 3 barrier, but... because you're taking damage no matter what this turn.
yeah.
So you could
The
probably
ultimate
use this to
question
set
is-
up, or you could use this to mitigate. Because this will also make it so those these cards will auto-exile when you draw them. Twice. So this probably is the smart play. This is just, if you don't think you can win fast, you'll be able to just mitigate in the long term.
Yeah, let's just get let's set up for the long game.
Alright. That was a bug. Exiling that card was supposed to give you block.
Oof, then we're gonna
Yeah, taking a lot of damage here. But now we're at the turn 3. You don't have barrier, sadly, so this is just 12 damage. But you have all of your block cards and 12 damage. This is just a really bad hand.
Oh, but we can basically nearly eliminate.
Yeah, you can basically put Luna to Death's Door. Eh. And then, hooray. $50 block. Come at me.
You cannot surpass this barrier.
Now we're gonna get a real bad hand. Ugh, 5 damage on your end step. This is good though. So you can do the full combo. In fact, I think
Full
that's all
combo
you can do. You have all damage cards.
Full combo Luna to death.
And then let's actually just do it with the cheap combo so you can get barrier, because it only gets 6. It's overkill mostly. Exiling cards. Their status cards exile after you discard them. So every time they give you junk cards, the Edge of Fantasy is paying dividends now.
Yep.
They're not attacking, so you don't need to focus about block or graze. So you just want to worry about doing as much damage as possible this turn. So, Yin Yang Rune into Orb, or Yin Yang Rube into Talisman is probably the best play here.
Yeah. And just start
because you can keep this for next turn. You want to start focusing down.
Shoot. Let's Talisman shoot Star.
Alright.
No, we cannot hit.
Ugh. So, these are really annoying. Those are those status cards that Luna puts in your deck. We lost a mana when we drew it. So we only have 4 mana this turn. We only have 2 cards in our hand.
But we're gonna have so much to block.
I'm gonna need it. Look at them. And we're gonna take 5 damage on our end step. Let's start gunning her down.
Yeah.
Yeah! Edge of Fantasy paying dividends. 20 barrier. Well, look at who it is. Now, I'll show you one of the ways that this card is really good. Because usually you do it for this, and now you can exile these junk cards.
Yeah.
And we get the buff, so the next junk cards will exile immediately instead of sitting in our hand. God, I wish this killed you.
Starfield. Star definitely felt that.
Yep, the Ward exiled those cards before they went in the pile, so we lost Ward, and then we got Barrier because of Reverse Boundary. That's the dividends there. So this here. Don't have to worry about that. You want to just go all in on damage? Does it matter at this point? They're not getting through that.
We're not getting through. There's no way 10 damage is getting through the barrier.
There's no decision making involved in some of these hands.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Lethal. And every elite gives you an exhibit. When acquired, remove 1 card from the library, gain 10 life. So we'll grab a card first before we remove a card. This is one of my favorite meme cards. This is another one of my favorite meme cards. Fist of the Hawkerite. Look at that description there. Just read that and drink it in. And then read the flavor text. Just drink that in.
You're already dead.
This card makes it so those like status cards or misfortune cards, whenever we draw them, we do 5 damage to everybody on the board. And on the end of our turn, we do 5 damage to everyone on the board. This is like a, you win eventually. This is a card that's synergizes with you, but it's kind of hard to maximize the use of. It gives us temporary spirit in addition to temporary firepower. So this will make it so that our defense cards get buffed every turn. And it also has a temporary buff, which will synergize with Reverse Boundary. So
and then there's just the nuke damage.
Nuke damage. This is more designed for a permanent firepower build. Because normally firepower gives you 1 buff to every damage. This makes it so you get 4 for every damage. So for every normal firepower, this gets 4 up instead of 1. So it's meant to be a nuke. And it's also accurate, which means it can't dodge. It goes through grace. Your call here, as always.
Well, let's get the fair.
Temple Fair? Alright.
Yeah, Temple Fair.
And now, you get to delete a card. Because that's what the exhibit you got does. What does it do normally? Gain 10 life. 30p. Alright.
So...
This is just to make your deck thin. Most people would discard one of the basics.
Yeah, let's,
You don't have a lot of block cards, so I would maybe recommend getting rid of one of the shoots.
Yeah.
Or keeping the shoots if you want to be efficient on mana and getting rid of one of the talisman shootings. Also, it is worth considering, though, that you do have less red mana than white mana, so getting rid of the bullet extermination, one of them, is not a completely bad or wrong idea.
Let's actually go with eliminating 1 bullet extermination, because while having 3 is nice, we don't have the amount of
red mana to cast more than 2 in a turn.
Yeah.
And probably this would be a good time to heal right before the boss.
Yeah.
Go up to roughly full health. Alright, now the real game begins. All the setup is over. Now it's time to see how we stack up. And we now have a use of ultimate as well. We can cast our spell card. So if we don't have barrier in a turn for a setup, that might be a good turn to cast it. 6 times 3 on turn 1, but getting these off on early turns is really good. You love drawing these in your first turn. So I might actually recommend starting off with the spell card and just use this as a setup turn.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Put the vulnerable and spell card. Look at them. Now they're doing 6 damage.
To our 16 barrier.
And just use this as a setup turn.
Yep.
Now Cirno's mechanic is she'll start to put annoying cards in our deck. That'll make it so that your stuff costs more mana. Alrighty, now you have options. They're only putting out 7 damage, so you could completely ignore it.
True.
What's the plan?
So, let's go for Talisman of Dreams.
Which means we now have more damage cards in our hand.
First, Persuasion Needles. That's and let's just put a 5 block and
build more barrier.
Build more barrier.
See, this is the card that she puts in our deck. Mana Freeze. All cards in hand cost 1 more to play. So when we draw this, bad things happen. So maybe setting up for this will be useful. But also, you can start setting up this. This is also our umbrella turn, so we can actually give a little free setup as well. We're only doing 12 this turn. So this is basically a free turn, so let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah, let's get,
I think we have enough mana to almost cast everything.
Let's Yin Yang Rune.
Also, just a reminder, being a boss, you get restored to full life at the end of a boss fight, so life is a resource specifically in these battles.
There.
What do you want to get rid of?
And let's get rid of a shoot.
Let's just cast it. You get barrier either way.
Yeah.
You get more from casting it, actually. Ooh. Ah. So as soon as you cast one spell, this gets discarded. 6 times 3. So ideally you want to cast the cheapest spell.
Which would be like,
Aerial Dance. But you also might draw into another one.
True. True.
You have 41 fucking player here. You want to just cast our best spell and not give a shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, take that. Do further setup. We get temporary spirit every turn. So this is just now 3 barrier every turn.
Yeah, let's just set up reverse bound.
So yeah, you basically have created a combo. We basically have 2 emblems that are now giving us combos every turn. Okay, they're doing their spell card.
Nothing.
Yeah. We have all damage.
Yeah, so let's just hit her as hard as we fit.
Save that, 'cause it's cheap. .32 barrier. Okay, now this is kind of important. So she now has the larva's wings, so whenever we deal attack damage, we get poisoned. But we now have one of these in our deck that'll cure poison, and we can use it twice. Okay, what do you want to cast? It's annoying because we have a mana freeze in hand, sadly.
Which will exile, which gives us,
Yeah, it just depends on how much mana do you want to spend to get rid of it.
let's, play Boundary.
Alright.
And that will eliminate that.
This will also give you barrier, because remember we have this effect over here.
True.
And reverse boundary. So this basically on paper is always giving you more. Because we have the temporary spirit, it's giving 15 block by itself now.
Yeah.
And you'd still have enough to cast the Persuasion Needle at the end.
Bow stands into Persuade. Needle.
Yeah. This is definitely a chip war. Poison is the only thing we really have to worry about at this point. We got the vulnerable again. The persuasion needle. We can also graze. But we only have 2 red mana. The persuasion needle also now, because of Edge of Fantasy, is 3 block. Every time we cast that persuasion needle.
Yep.
So let's do that.
So, oh, into it. That.
You can also cast the Yin Yang Orb if you want the extra barrier. And you just want to save that for a later turn. It depends on if you want to be efficient with mana or not. Or you could actually this into shoot for the maximum amount of damage.
Shoot into persuasion needles.
Yeah.
To deal a total of
8 plus 15. But it does mean that we're getting more poison.
Yep.
But life is a resource. We're more than halfway done. There's our big bomb spell. I don't know if this will give us 2 poison, though. I'm not sure. And we can buff it again.
It does. Goodbye. Plus, buff. It means dealing
Yeah, it'll do 11 times 2, basically.
Yeah.
Also, Cirno's putting 21 damage back at us. So, playing this is probably a good idea in most cases.
Yeah.
No,
So the battle stands
11 times 2. These are not buffed by firepower, sadly. They are buffed by spirit.
Yeah. And then,
It's like, do you want to do 9 damage or 8 damage in barrier?
8 damage and barrier. Plus we're gonna gain 3.
Yep. Gain 3 block as well. Alright. Ow. Do you want to get rid of the 4 poison? Those are starting to stack up. 11 damage. You want to think about doing it last, though. We're just going to get more poison by the end of this turn if we attack.
Battle stand into
Our only attack card. By 7 poison. Because they're taking 7 damage, then 6 damage, then it keeps ticking down. So the higher that number gets, the scarier it gets. There's a poison build for Marissa that's really nasty, where you just put 4 poison on everybody every turn. And you can get up to some ridiculous numbers. I've gotten to the point where like the poison stacks were like in the 60s. 25 coming out. And our big bomb's back.
Yep.
8 damage. Oh wait, that's lethal.
We beat Cirno.
Act 1 done. Now we get a choice of our Shining Exhibit. We get more white mana. This makes it so that at the start of your turn, you get 2 block for each upgraded card in your hand. We can get Cirno's Ice Scale. Adds blue to the mana base. After the ability card is played, 2 random cards in the hand cost 1 less. So we have a few ability cards. So this will make how many ability cards we cast will... It'll make it so that it'll make our turns more flexible. And Cirno's Green Branch, which is kind of bad because we don't have any teammate cards, but this will add teammate cards to the pool, so we might get them later. Basically, whenever you cast a teammate, you get a copy of this card in your hand. It's a 1 mana, do 12, but it does 3 damage extra for each one of the copy of this card you've played. That's probably the worst option, but it does add green mana, and green cards will start showing up in the card pool when we get rewards. We also get a card reward after this.
We're probably going to pick up...
This is the one that synergizes most of what we do, but this also synergizes.
Let's get the white mana.
Alright. 100 money. Now that's some store money right there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, I don't envy this choice. So we have, for the rest of the combat, block becomes barrier. We have the evilest orb. And upgrade all cards in the deck until end of combat, which synergizes with the relic we just got, the exhibit. And when upgraded, this costs 2. When upgraded, this is 12 damage 3 times, and every time you play a draw spell, it increases the damage by 2. And then again, this is just... There's an achievement named after this card for a reason.
Yeah, that's a really funny...
This is literally probably 2 out of Reimu's best cards. Or literally 2 of the best cards you can get in white. Followed by 1 of the best cards you can get in red. And also, this is retained, so it just sits in your hand until you're ready to use it. But you can only use it once.
You know what's funny? We're going to see... Let's get the block converted into barrier.
Yeah, that's probably the correct choice. Act 2, who are we fighting? The Run Killer. This might be the end of the stream.
Ooh.
Alrighty, so you want to hit we probably don't want to hit a shop, actually, because Renosuke, he'll take stuff we're not using, like, he might take the Dreamcatcher, and he'll give us more money for it so that we can hit a shop over here, or later on. When you have, like, 300 money, you can pretty much buy whatever you want from the shop. You want to generally hit 300 money for a shop. So which way are we going?
Let's hit the gap.
Alright, drones. Damn Kappa and their freaking quad rotor drones. So they have amulets, so they're immune to 1 debuff. They hit really hard. Purifier is going to turn 1 of our mana into colorless every turn, usually. And Scouter is going to put Lock on us, which just makes it so that we take more damage.
Makes sense.
This is a good setup turn, though. So, like, these 2 together are basically barrier every turn.
Yeah, we have a barrier set up.
Let's see, let's do that. And then we can nuke this guy. Because you're the big issue. And then you have the option, do you want to use the spell card to not take damage?
I think we're gonna be fine to survive this damage.
Yeah, you just want to worry about how much health you have, because we are only at the start. We have to get through all of that. Because the next opportunity we'll have to heal is here, but You want to use those to upgrade cards so you can avoid damage.
Yeah.
But yeah. I only bring it up because we can avoid damage this turn by casting it as an option.
Then let's avoid damage.
Alright. It's also gonna put weak on them. Although it won't put weak on them because they have the amulet.
Yep.
But now they don't have an amulet anymore. But we have 18 barrier. And a yin yang orb for later.
Yep.
And because they put a debuff on us, we got more barrier. Hey look, there's our big spell that we probably want to upgrade.
Yep.
But this is not the turn to cast it because they're doing a fuck ton of damage. Although we can graze through one of it. So...
Yeah, let's graze for one.
So this guy's going to attack first for 12, which means this guy will attack for 18. Which means, yeah, we could just cast this. With no downside. We're just not doing damage this turn. I guess it's the downside on paper.
Yeah. That's the only downside, but outside of that...
And when we lose these, because we have reverse barrier, we're going to get more barrier. So yeah. This just seems like all upside. It's only going to be more upside when we upgrade it, because this will be a 3-drop. We could have cast it and hit a spell off.
Yeah.
And now, whenever we get Edge of Fantasy, the mana, the block we get from Edge of Fantasy will be barrier.
I mean, it will be maintained.
So yeah, this combined with this is already giving us stuff every turn. But this is also giving us block every turn for when we draw cards. We didn't draw any upgraded cards, so we didn't get any block. But this potentially is going to give us barrier every turn now, thanks to Great Hawk Great Barrier.
Yeah.
I think we can just kill this guy this turn.
Yeah.
This is also our... Oh yeah, we got 20 because this is our umbrella turn.
And now we hit that.
I'm just...
Fire and...
Because block is barrier. I mean, I'm not gonna ask your input if we literally have enough mana to cast every spell. There's no decision making there. It's just cast
no decision. just cast everything.
Hey, look at that. Combo wombo. This is now 15 barrier.
Battle stands paying its dividend.
Can't do anything this turn, but look at that barrier. We're pretty invincible at this point.
Like, if we... we have equal health.
We have more barrier than health. And we're done. I now feel confident that we might be able to beat Tenshi. More so as we upgrade cards. Ooh, Ascension Kick is a really good card for our build. This is also just a good card because it gives us a buff that gives us a block on the next turn. This is a weird card. It's really good. It's energized. All of these cards are good. Yeah. And this one's already upgraded. If it's green, it's upgraded. It has the plus icon.
Ooh, then... Do they have an upgraded card?
Yeah, upgraded cards are basically free block if we draw them.
Yeah.
It also means that we don't have
Great
to...
Hakurai Shrine turning it into... God, that was really funny.
And
just watching
this is
him.
also... This is a cantrip. A really good cantrip.
Yeah, draw one card, gain 3... 1 for 1, just plus...
Yeah.
Plus the additional. Then let's get,
Also upgraded becomes a 0 drop. I thought I should mention that, because I kind of forgot about that.
that,
There is a build for Rainbow where you just play all spells that are 0.
then let's get the Rumbling.
Yeah, Tianshan's Rumbling. The Chen Guard. It's a defense card, we probably need more of those. So we can go up towards the event in the shop, or we could just keep going on the path of the gap, which is I think what you want.
Yeah.
Alright, this many enemies. Ooh, this is one of the annoying setups. So this guy gives the rock hard. They take 3 less damage, and while other enemies are on board, they take less damage as long as he's around. So 17 damage coming in.
We've got
So
a very funny turn.
We could play this and then mitigate. Or this and mitigate. Probably, I think this mitigates more. This takes 6 damage off the board. This takes 5 damage off the board. Or you can just block. Your call.
Let's go with, I feel like we have done so well to just get Great Hakurai Shrine
Yeah. Let's go for the meme. We don't need barrier. We can get it back. This is... Which means this does damage now. 8 times 2. Oh, we can get the reverse boundary as well.
Yeah.
Let's go all in. Okay, so that's a static charge. Whenever we attack them, we're going to take 3 damage. Or they're going to shoot 3 damage back, I should say. We can block it. And now we're on our turn 3, where we have the free setup spell. We can now...
God, I'm so glad we grabbed the umbrella.
And we have extra mana, so let's draw. Yeah, let's just kill you.
Yeah, let's just kill the rock, because the rock is causing...
The rock is causing a lot of problems, and we're basically... We basically sacrificed 21 health to be invincible for the rest of the game.
Yeah. You cannot. The enemies were not prepared for what we could do.
We're just gonna speed run. No decision making. It doesn't matter. We're invincible.
We're invincible. What are they gonna do? They literally cannot surpass our barrier.
That was a misplay, but... They got to live an extra turn for the meme.
They live only to know they could not do anything.
We're just getting more barrier even after we already won. Okay, now this is a meme card, but it's usually pretty good. So it's a 2-mana draw 3, but it gives us the mana back. But it does put a damage card into our discard pile. And the first time we cast it, we get some power. And our first AoE damage spell.
Evil Ceiling Circle.
This technique is not for dealing with bad guys, but for people on the right side of the screen.
Wait, does that mean it deals with you because you're on the right side of the screen in my screen, from my view?
Technically, yes. This is probably something we should just grab because we don't have anything that does it already, and it does it twice when we upgrade it. But these are also both pre-upgraded and both very, very good.
Yeah, let's just grab the Evil Ceiling Circle because we need an AoE.
We need it. I don't. We're definitely upgrading Hakurei Barrier when we get to the gap, but we have a lot of good other options. Okay, this is the worst enemy in the game, arguably, depending on who you ask. Drowned Girl. She's about to put a status effect on us, but the status effect is going to make us take 10 damage every turn. So they're not damaging us this turn, so let's just do that free setup since we keep getting that in our opening hand for some reason.
Yeah, it just seems to always appear. Why?
Now this is probably the one enemy that can break through, because we're going to take 10 damage each turn, and then they're going to do 18 to 20 damage every turn. So let's do that into that.
Yeah.
We can't cast anything because we have no more red mana. That's all we can do. $34. You see what I mean? They can still almost break through that. This enemy sucks.
But we effectively can.
Barely. But as the fight takes longer, they're going to start doing more damage. They're eventually going to get to the point where they're doing 30 damage, and this is still doing 10.
There.
And we can actually just cast everything, so... And it's unblockable 20 damage at that. There we go. Just cast everything, leave the 5 spells. Barely getting through. So, this might be a good turn for the Greys.
Yeah.
Ooh, now do we want more block, or do we want to weaken their firepower? Because we can get 2 temporary spirit at the start of our turn from now on, but we don't have reverse boundary up, so it's not really helping all that much. So it might just be better to get the 8 block and then do a damage spell.
Yeah.
Actually, we can do this and then get the 8 block as well, because then that makes our block spells better for the rest.
Yep.
Alright. Eh.
So.
Just out of spite, hit him with the 5. If it wasn't for the Greys, that would have gone through. Got this spell back. We have some firepower boosting. 20, so 30 damage is coming out. 30 barrier. And then on top of everything, they have 100 HP. God, I hate this fight.
Yeah, they're basically you're fighting yourself.
got through that without taking damage, though, which almost never happens. That just shows you how good Barrier Reimu is at turtling. Well, that was only just barely. There were 2 turns there where we were only 1 damage shy. And this is the firepower version of the spirit card that we just have. And here's Indiscriminate Ignition again, but pre-upgraded.
You know, let's grab Indiscriminate Ignition, because we're already...
Fuck the 2 synergy cards. I want more damage.
Yeah, we have the ability
Ability
to
cards do
survive.
synergize with our build, surprisingly. And we actually are still at a point where you could argue we don't need to drink.
Yeah. Alright, we need the...
2 mana discount. Renosuke, I could take possessions of items you no longer need. So we can sell the amulet for 113 or the Parasol of Gaps for 180. Come on, take the stupid Dreamcatcher.
Because we love
I think
our
we want both of these. Screw that.
Nah, we're not getting rid of the Ruben.
I'm fond of all my items, thank you very much. Safe travels. Screw that guy. Anywho.
He wanted... Alright, clearly we hit the,
Since we skipped it last time.
Yeah, clearly we hit the shop just to see what we can get.
Well, we'll probably get some more money for it. Ooh! This is a good event. Refine the Light Jade. It seems Petulia is studying magical jewels. I see. What a coincidence, Reimu. I can help tune your affinity with these jewels. A more than sufficient test subject. Choose a colored mana and convert it to Philosopher mana. So we get to turn one of our mana gems into a mana of any color gem.
Yeah, let's get a,
So do you want to lose a yellow one and get a mana of any color, or lose a red one and get a mana of any color one?
We have an...
Because we've been struggling with red mana, so it might be nice to get another red mana this way.
Yeah.
So that way we're split down the middle.
Convert a white into Philosopher mana.
Because we still have 3 white. We're still casting 3 white spells a turn, but now we have the option to cast 3 red.
Yeah.
That being said, there is a downside to this. But, because they recently buffed the 3rd stage boss. If we get Junko in stage 3, she gets a buff for every rainbow mana we have. Because she hates rainbow mana, because rainbow mana makes it easier to fight her it trivializes her mechanic. Oh no, it's the bats. Their gimmick is they heal equal to the damage that they deal. If they damage us. That doesn't count barrier damage. But our first turn, we only have 1 block spell. Ooh. We have 3 red mana now, so we can cast all 3.
Yep.
This will start whittling them down. This will give block. And I think we discard for the barrier. Look at this guy, he's gonna do 0 damage twice. And thanks to this Indiscriminate Ignition, we're just gonna win eventually. So 10, 19, 29 damage coming back though. So now, this is where stuff gets ramped up a bit. Ooh,
I just noticed the,
we have Evil Sealing Circle. We could go all in on damage this turn. That might actually whittle them down, because this is also block.
Yeah.
So we can actually still cast Edge of Fantasy as well as these 2.
Yeah. Battle Stands, Edge of... Fantasy and Evil Ceiling Circle.
This is where the game really comes online, because now we have 6 mana to play with, and a lot of what was not possible before becomes possible.
Yeah.
Oh, they got through. Yeah, they're putting a lot of lock on us, so their attacks do 5 more damage. But if we draw that Evil Ceiling Circle again, we're golden. We lost our barrier. But still 12 damage for 1 mana.
Oh, we could hit. We could kill 3.
Yeah, we could kill 3. This guy's not even attacking us. There's no downside. So let's.
Yeah, let's just get rid of the person who's attempting to raise first.
And this is also our turn 3. So we have that 3 extra mana. I think we can literally just cast everything in our hand.
True.
And we got enough kills to where we actually could just cast our ult again.
Yeah.
You generally want to save it for elites and bosses. But if you're in a bind and you value not losing life, it's worth it in the end. We can graze his 1 attack and draw 2. We can also cast our big spells.
God.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah, we can just cast all 3 of these.
Yeah, let's just cast all the,
Let's do this first, because we might draw something that you might want to do instead. But this is probably still the best option, but now we can't cast this. So we don't have double yellow.
but
We can get more block. And we also could do the yin-yang or setup.
Yep. True. We could get more barrier.
And we are just gonna do 5 damage every turn, whether we do nothing. So he's on a clock.
We could basically nearly AFK this minus just going like.
We just have lethal, so we're just gonna cast it.
Yeah. Yep.
There's another AoE spell. This is the one I usually see more often. It's generically good. If they have barrier or block, they get hit again.
Yeah, basic Echo seems really nice to actually.
It's also pre-upgraded for our exhibit.
Yeah.
The base of Tycho. Now we do have a choice here. We could go back down to the Gap and start upgrading, or we could just check out the shop since we do have decent money. It won't be the last opportunity to hit a shop.
True. Let's hit a shop.
Alright. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the rate. What's the plan, David? Look, get another Edge of Fantasy. There's the Evil Orb. This is a meme card. Draw 1 mana, draw 4. No more cards can be drawn this turn. This is a funny defense card. Instant Dimensional Rift. This is a weird one because it turns all of our temporary buffs into permanent buffs. Which
is counter synergy.
It's only counter synergy with 1 card, which is our reverse boundary, but it does just make all of the other cards good. Because this is the only card that we have that carries about the temporary buffs.
Removing.
We have a bunch of stuff that gives us temporary, but this is the only card we have that cares. So it is a non-bow with that card, but it combos with everything else.
Means we could, in theory, get.
It is also 146 money, though.
Yeah.
We also have these exhibits here. Whenever you play an ability card, gain 2 life. At the start of your first turn, gain 3 temporary firepower and a tipsy in the hand. During a boss or elite combat, start with an extra red mana. We can also upgrade or remove a card. I think it's funny that the water pistol does 25 damage for 0 mana.
Yeah, it's just... That is kind of funny. We could grab the, I feel like it's funny to just get, like, two Edge of Fantasies and then, have...
We could also upgrade it right now as well.
True.
For 50 money. This card is also really good just for the draw power. This is really good for the defensive utility. And then we have... This is just the best draw card in the game, but at a downside. It gets worse the more draw cards you have.
Yeah, it makes sense. Which we don't have a lot of draw.
Yeah. So maybe picking up one of these would be a good idea. Because this draws and upgrades our cards.
Maiden Waltz is actually far better, in my opinion. Because it will synergize with our ability to generate block.
Yeah. Because when we cycle through our deck, it's just going to have more upgraded cards.
Then let's upgrade
Edge of Fantasy for the discount.
Yeah.
Alright. Can't use that anymore. But we still have 124, so you could buy a decent chunk of stuff in here still.
Entrenched Body.
Want to buy Entrenched Body?
Yeah.
So Reflection is pretty good. It's an underrated ability in my opinion. I wish there was more people that utilized it. So whenever we take damage, we're also going to send you build up Reflection, and then once you get hit, all of your Reflection gets sent back at the opponent. So if you have a bunch of cards with Reflection, you can build up a really big number. It's a fun mechanic, and you can buy one more thing. Or you could save the money. There are events where you can spend money too.
True. Let's just save the money.
Okay. The last enemy before the free item. This is annoying. So they're gonna put Charm on us, which makes it so we can only pay 3 cards a turn. And they're gonna steal our money.
Phone bill. Of course, it's a phone bill.
So this will be the only turn where we can cast a lot of stuff. So we don't care about that. We have no damage spells. So the best bet would probably be this.
And
I mean,
then
just 'cause we
into
can. Doesn't really do it. It doesn't matter. Okay, now we're at the 3 spell limit, which makes cards like this worse. This is pretty good. We can also pay her 40 money to fuck off. Means we can't really combo as much anymore.
Yeah.
But we could still bam, bam, bam. And do pretty decent. Because now that we have 30 barrier is a lot. They're not going to blow through that.
Yeah, they're not
or
going
bam.
to blow through.
Or we can go bam, 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 actually. That might be the better plan. Do you want to focus down the Fox Yokai or the Rabbit Trickster?
The Fox Yokai probably is much more important to just get rid of.
Alright. They've stolen 30 of... They've stolen 30 money. 20 money. Oh, that's pretty good. Get another one of these. They're not going to put a lot of status cards on us. So, this is actually not that good here. But we're on a clock. Make you love this, sweetie. 9 times 2. Literally, they can't do anything to us. Just AoE damage. Oh, they put a lot of weak on us. They put 2 stacks of weak, so we do 60% less damage. Just look at this go. Ridiculous. 9 times 2. Reflection's pretty good. Drawing cards is not really good. Oh, there's our best card. Oh, they're about to put raise. So if we don't kill the rabbit this turn, we probably won't next turn.
Yeah. The rabbit needs to go.
Bye-bye. And you can't do anything, so let's just do the meme. Get through that.
Get through infinite.
Look at their spell card. They're one of the weird default enemies with a spell card. That just does a laughable amount of damage. They're more of a distraction than an annoyance. They do more damage with their non-spell cards.
Yeah. The amount of barrier we can generate.
Die to reflection. For the meme.
This is...
Oh, look, another one. And then we have Keyboard Solo, which is the red version. All of the Prism River cards do the same thing, but have a different downside. They're a really powerful draw spell with a bad debuff.
Fair.
But the red and the black ones, I believe, have the most tolerable debuffs. The red one is definitely the best out of the 3. Because a dead card is better than a dead card that gives you a debuff.
Fair.
So these are the kind of cards that the Fox Yokai really nerfs. Because what they do is they give you a cheap card that costs 0 for the turn. These synergize really well with Edge of Fantasy, and since you have 2 Edge of Fantasies, this should probably be the recommended card to grab.
Keyboard solo.
But you could, yeah, keyboard solo is also just generically good. So you want keyboard solo?
Keyboard solo or exercise. Border plus would probably be the correct choices amongst here.
Yeah. We've already invested in this, so grabbing another one doesn't hurt. But I would probably pick between border and solo.
Let's get border.
Alright, Bunny Box. Alrighty, we can get the Black Lotus, David. We're really playing Magic now. At the start of combat, gain 2 black mana. Or the Nimble Fabric, which is really good. At the start of the player's second turn each combat, gain 2 grace.
Ooh, 2 grays.
These are really good for both of these. They basically make our first 2 setup turns really, really good.
Let's get the,
We don't really have a way to maximize off of the black mana, so...
Yeah.
It's just colorless mana, effectively, in our deck.
Black Lotus does grant us additional mana to effectively,
Only on turn 1, though. Because you sack it. You sack the Lotus for mana.
Wait, what's its, description?
At the start of
Black Lotus?
combat, gain 2 black.
No, wouldn't it be nice if it could add 3 mana of any one color?
That is the description on it, yeah.
Meanwhile, Nimble is a graze, which match.
It felt like a piece of fabric that had been ripped from Hatate's skirt.
We're gonna, let's take the Nimble Fabric.
Thanks a lot, but why aren't you going after the culprit yourself? I have more important matters to tend to, like cleaning the princess's happy cons. Get it, because Joy-Cons?
Yeah.
Alrighty. This will be the last stretch before the boss. We're gonna get to go through 2 gaps. If we go through the top, do you want to fight elites or no?
Nah.
Do you want to get an event?
Sure.
Alright, which way are we going?
We're gonna go,
Middle?
Yeah, middle, the upper middle.
Upper middle, okay. Oh god, I wish I get this event on a specific run, but I never get it on the run I want. Are you looking for the opportunity? If you beg for it, I'm more than happy to lend you a hand. Seek help. Replace your basic attack cards with Devil's Attack and Reversed Hunger. So, we lose Shoot and Talisman Shooting, and they get replaced with Devil's Shot and Devil's Rain. And then we get a Misfortune card. At the end of the turn, lose 5 life. No life will be gained this turn. And it's retained, so it's stuck in our hand as soon as we draw it.
And you can't remove it.
Yep. So, but, remember, we do have this, so the first time we draw it, it's going to deal 5 damage to all enemies. True. And actually, that's another reason why the keyboard solo cards are really good with that. I built an entire... I did a playthrough recently where I did a full Misfortune run where I just tried to get as many of these kind of cards as possible. Just to get off of Indiscriminate Ignition for the meme. It was actually surprisingly good. We got killed by Tenshi, sadly, because Tenshi kills most of my runs where I'm having fun.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because her mechanic sucks. So this is life gain, but it's also life loss. So if we do not gain life in a turn where this is in our hand, we lose 5 life.
True, and those are no.
I think it's the only misfortune card with alt art.
Yeah, well,
It does also make all of our attack cards colorless, which is also good in its own way.
yeah.
They are just straight upgrades, in every sense of the word.
Yeah, let's get the Devil's Ring.
Rainbow Hakurai feels feverish and impulsive. Use my unmatched power to your heart's content. If you have the relic, the spacesuit, you can trade the spacesuit. You get the plus side without the downside. But I've never had it happen.
You've never had the spacesuit?
I've never had the spacesuit and gotten this event. I've gotten the spacesuit multiple times, but I've never gotten that event when I have the spacesuit.
Fair.
Okay, so the Gloomy Kappa is going to heal one of them, so you generally want to focus on the Kappa, but they have optical camouflage, which means as long as they have optical camouflage, they take half damage.
Yeah.
They're going to put junk stuff in our deck, so this is actually not a half bad play. This is another one of those battles where using the spell card might be useful. But we're going to gain life, so... If we get a card that lets us discard this later, that might be really useful. So that's something to keep an eye out for. You can't remove it, but you can discard it.
True. So let's gain some, let's use our, let's save this card. Let's, gain block and,
We only have the 5 block.
True. Maybe it is good to use the,
We get 3 kills, it'll give us some of the power back. We might not get it before the boss, but you never know. Yeah, because we don't really have power generation. We're gonna have 2 grays next turn, though, so that's something to be aware of as well.
yeah.
So maybe let's just mitigate, and then just start chipping away.
Yeah.
We get 10 barrier, because it's the first time we got a debuff. Now we have 2 grays. And we've already drawn into this, so we're losing 5 life no matter what. And that's a lot of damage coming out. It's all block spells, so let's just go all in. We want to cast this so we don't lose 5 life.
Yeah, which means we're hitting the...
We can cast this for setup. And this actually is probably the best one. Or actually either or, because they both give us a temporary buff, so we'll get some barrier either way.
Yeah.
Do you want more block this turn or next turn is the question.
Probably,
We're already blocking 30, we're already blocking everything. So let's just set it for next turn.
yeah, let's set up next turn's,
Alright. Now this is really useful. We want to cast this no matter what. So we don't take 5 damage here. And then let's do the meme. Here we go. Ooh, that's annoying. And this is a free spell, so let's do that. Which one of these do we want to cast for free? This is a really funny spell that I'm surprised we haven't seen yet.
Crimson Energy Release.
Yeah, it's one of the mailing cards. I hope they said that they're gonna, once they finish the game, they might consider adding DLC characters. I hope we get mailing. She has a lot of card art. Should be a cool green-red leader.
Yeah. Although that just turns into 16 barrier.
It's actually affected by firepower, so it's actually more than that.
Oh boy.
Because I know we don't have any firepower right now. It's a really good card. So the card that we get temporarily costs 0, so once we play it, it'll be in our discard pile, and when we draw it again, we have to pay the full price. But yeah, you're right, this is just 16 barrier right now for 3 mana.
Yeah.
But then this is also 16 barrier split across 2 turns, but it also gives us the temporary buff, so it's also an additional
3.
This card's also going to exile itself, so once this effect resolves, we're also going to get 6 barrier off of Edge of Fantasy.
Yep.
So it's just synergy on top of synergy on top of synergy.
Let's get the Tenshi and Rumbling.
Oh, actually, hang on. Unremovable, unplayable. We can actually play this, and then we can exile this from hand.
So we can play Cleansing Ritual to just get rid of
yeah, it's still in the deck, but it's not in our hand.
Yeah, let's get Cleansing Ritual.
Bye. Stop hurting me. I don't think they can hurt us anymore.
Nope.
No buff spells, sadly. Oh, look, our best card.
Evil Ceiling Circle.
Yep. It's not for bad guys, it's just everything on the right side of the screen. I could have shot them to death, but it's funnier to watch them die by ending the turn.
They died because you decided to stand still.
This is one of the ultimate synergy cards for our deck. It's a win con by itself. So is this. These are all good. So what Permanent Border does is it's a 0 mana spell that deals 5 damage to a random enemy. However, if we leave it in our hand, it'll cast itself for free on end step. It stays in our hand, and every time we lose a buff, its damage permanently goes up by 1. So it does 5 damage, then 6, and so on. And then if we upgrade it, it goes up by 2. So it'll start at 6, and then it'll go
barrier.
to permanent border is so good.
Especially with the amount of
Alright. Is there anything worth upgrading besides that? No. So you definitely want this upgraded as soon as possible.
Yeah.
That's worth the 50 money. Oh look, this is on sale for a discount. Which now just doesn't synergize with our thingy. This has become a non-bow. I don't know if temporary firepower increases this. Oh, this is another one of our key combo cards. Deal 15 damage. If Reimu has barrier, apply 1 vulnerable, and it's also accurate. This is one of the generic defense cards. Praise, meditation.
Could grab a cleansing ritual.
Yeah, probably want to have more of these type effects. It is mana heavy, though.
True.
And I think we can't afford anything else, so we'll move on. Last enemy before the boss. It's another Kappa, but this one is happy. So you're gonna buff her dudes. And we have this in our hand already. So temporary buffs we want to get.
Yep.
Let's get a defense card, though. Ooh, that's a funny meme. Give us 5 barrier. So now this does 8 damage because we lost the buff. And we just lost another buff, so now it's 10. This can stack up a lot. There's been games where I've had like 3 copies of this card upgraded. Look, we got both our Edge Fantasies.
Which unfortunately can only play one because
nope, we have Rainbow. We can cast them both.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, I think they're gonna... Oh, we have Graze. So, no, they're not getting through. Unfortunately, these guys keep healing, which is annoying. There's the annoying card. We can get rid of it. Go away. This is just gonna be a turn where we just cast everything in our hand. Doesn't matter. Turn 3 is basically a free turn thanks to the Parasol.
Yeah, that Parasol was just a...
No decision making, cast all your spells.
just...
So we can buff. And actually we can kill you this turn while healing. And we don't need anything else. We have so much block. So much block and so much barrier. We're about to draw a Great Hakurai barrier too, I think. Yep, there it is. Let's just get this for the damage clock and huzzah! Between now we do damage on end step, we do damage on end step, we get a whole bunch of barrier. These things are so annoying.
Purifiers. Yeah, because they turn some of your mana into colorless, and if you have like a color-heavy deck like we do, it's really annoying. Yeah, this card came back around. What is it upgraded to? 3 weak and 8. Honestly, the Basic Taiko is
It's just more AoE damage.
just more AoE.
Okay, so we're going up against Tenshi, so as much as I'd love to upgrade,
Drink tea.
drink tea. Alright, the Run Killer. So, the reason why I call her the Run Killer is because of her basic passive. Every time she takes damage, she heals 3 life. Every time she takes damage, she gets power equal to the damage. Whenever she has 100 power, she launches a spell card, same as us.
Yep, that sounds about right.
And she also does a fuck ton of damage anyway. So we want to get to a point where we can get invincible.
So effectively what we want to do is set up that. It's always a meme to get that.
It is. This might be more useful later.
Fleeting Fantasy.
Yeah. You want to build barrier now, or to save it for a turn where it's an emergency button for 15 barrier?
Yeah.
She did 24 damage on her first turn and put 2 frails on us and 2 vulnerables. But this is our Grace turn, so 12 times 3. And the next attack card we cast is free. Because of that spell we cast last turn. Probably should have cast this first. I forgot, didn't read my hand. Alright. Now things get hard. Okay, so she's about to cast her spell card, Sign of Freedom from Lowly Thoughts. I think it gives her Flawless, which means she'll only take 1 damage from attacks. But because of her passive, it means she'll heal 2.
Yep.
Annoying. Still has 272 HP. I hate this boss so much. Now this is just a turn where we can't really hurt her, so it's gonna be all about mitigating. So mitigate, set up for later. And not worth casting anything else. Just gonna heal off it. $14 times 2. There's our Great Hawkeye Barrier. Probably still want to get rid of you in the long term.
Yeah, Reverse Hunger is just...
It's just bad.
Yeah.
So, this is a game where the chip war we will lose. Once this number starts getting above 100, she's just going to start casting her spell card every turn. So we just want to build a big enough wall.
I.e., we want to, like, grab Edge of Fantasies.
Yeah. We want to get all of our ability cards off before she gets to the point where she's casting a spell card every turn. Just go all in block. All in block every time.
Zero thoughts behind what our
Just
strategy
do
is.
15 times 3. And also our temporary buffs are just buffing this. This is doing 16 damage a turn now. See what I mean? Now she's gotten over 100 power. She's gonna start casting spell cards every turn. So 57 damage. You see what I hate this boss?
Yep. Yep. I see what.
And I don't have any defense here, so we gotta draw. And she's also putting Frail on us, so our block is 30% less effective.
So let's get the rumbling.
Time for the emergency button.
Yeah. Because we're not gonna survive if.
Giving her the weak is really nice as well. Every turn, this is going up by 2, so we'll win eventually. She spent 100 for that. We're in a safe spot. And she's about to give herself flawless again. But I think we're set up here to where I think we can just play however we want. What's next?
Yeah.
We have all of our attack spells now.
We have every single attack spell in it.
Go big or go home, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 16, 16, 8. So 24. 24. And then this is gonna do a lot. Look at that, she's already back up to 100. Hey! So we're at 51. We managed to go through it, so we can actually just say ignore it completely.
Yeah.
So this gives us an attack spell for free. And we only have... Oh, here's our best spell. So we can go block, block. So we only need 3 mana to attack. Or no, we have 3 attack spells, so yeah. So we can go dupe, dupe, dupe. Oh wait, it doesn't matter, they have flawless, so yeah.
Yeah.
Wanna just turtle?
Yeah, let's just turtle.
Next attack spell costs 0. And turtle, turtle. Alright. We got there. 16 times 2, we have 49 block. They have 161 health, so they're gonna cast maybe 2 more spell cards before we win.
But we're overall dealing more.
Doing more damage is not always a good thing versus this boss, and that's why I hate it.
Yeah. We're able to survive every single spell card that they have thrown out so far.
Alright. Get those buffs. Get the life back from spending life. Call that a refund. Pretty much cast everything in that hand almost. And we got them over 100 again. They don't have enough... well, theoretically they do have enough life because of the healing. They might get 1 more spell card on after this one. 78! Fucking 78!
They are dealing 78 damage. It's accurate, so we can't graze it.
Block, block, attack and block. Nope. It's also because we have vulnerable. So this is technically been buffed up to 78.
But we managed to
Get up
somehow
there.
survive.
18 times 3 is also ridiculous. Can we do 49 damage in here? Does the math out? I don't think it does.
No.
It does, because this has gotten up to 40 damage a turn. This is what I love about Perfect Boundary. You just leave it in your hand and forget about it, and all of a sudden you're pumping out a fuck ton of damage every turn.
You just forget them. Alright, let's see what we've got.
Okay, so we actually have a really good option here. So, the Onisake dish, at the start of each turn, we gain a temporary firepower equal to the number of attack cards we played in the last turn. This gives us blue mana at the start of the player's first turn. 2 astrologies get added to hand. And adds white to the base. After each combat, the player gains 20 power. So this is the best synergy.
Is Onisake dish?
Yeah. This is good for just more white mana.
Yeah.
And this
Let's
is
get
just
more
generically
red,
okay.
because we seemingly get more red than you.
Alright, now this is... Look, another one. This is weird, because I don't think this is a good card to have 2 of. But we've seen as a good card, because it's 5 barrier, and it lets us get an exile card back.
Which means we can grab back exercising Vic.
Yeah.
So let's
And Revive
grab
the Saint is like an X spell where we spend mana and we get a random spell equal to the mana we spent plus 1. It's a weird card.
Yeah, let's grab the crossing the border.
Alright, Act 3. Oh god. We're your underling. Why are we fighting you?
You're fighting the culprit. The culprit helped us.
Oh god.
Wait, does
Alright,
that
which
mean
way do you
we're
want to go?
accomplices to the...
Which way are we going?
Enemy. Enemy event, enemy gap.
Enemy event, enemy gap? Alright. Sick girl. Good, I thought it was the drowned girl. Already in the opening hand! Hawaii! So we now have 7 mana to play with, though. So I think 2, 4, 6...
So
We
we
can
are
cast
gonna
everything
keep
but one
playing.
spell. So I would recommend casting this.
Yeah,
Let's do... Stance... Eventually we win. And who do you want to whittle down?
let's whittle down actually, can I? Yeah, let's whittle down the 36 elf entity.
We're gonna take a lot of damage this turn. We're gonna get grazed next turn. Alrighty, we've got some cards in our hand. Got Evil Ceiling Circle, block, and block. I would like to get this up, but we have no benefit from doing so right now. That's a lot of damage coming out. Oh boy. 8, 9, 17, 27...
Wait.
37 damage coming your way.
We do have a reason for it to,
We do have 2 grays, though.
Yeah. But But I do see a reason for Hakurai Temple Fair to actually be,
Yeah. We'll probably draw into it next turn.
Oh, we have permanent border.
True. We do have permanent border. So yeah, let's cast that. I would like to hit everybody, but permanent border will get somebody eventually. We lose 5 life no matter what that turn, sadly. But this turn we can avoid it.
Yeah.
And we can also get rid of fucking Reverse Hunger. And also this is our turn 3, so we can, I think, just cast our whole hand.
Yep. This kills anybody on the board, minus, like, this guy. Who do you want gone? Let's kill the,
Actually, I think we can kill him in Act 2, actually, because we'll just hit him with this first. Outside the sick girl, who do you want gone?
Because the sick girl's going to just survive any...
Oh, actually, no, I can kill her, too.
Damage.
Yeah, who do you want gone the most? But sick girl's probably going to give us the debuff, so maybe not her.
Yeah, let's get rid of the, Let's get rid of the 11 damage.
Alright. We're about to hit max power. Free defense spell. Ooh, static charge. So now every time we get hit, they take 6.
We're just gonna annihilate one person from existence.
And I think we can just turtle or just try to go for the win. We have all of our defensive cards here. Hey, look at that card. That's a funny combo I've never seen happen.
Full moon plus base attack.
Dealt double damage because of the barrier, so they're just dead.
Yep.
Okay. I would recommend we use our spell card in the next battle, regardless of what it is. What are we grabbing here?
There appears to be we can grab another of our best card.
True. That's probably that's probably the smart choice here. Wild Exorcism Dance is probably only good because it's pre-upgraded.
Yeah, let's grab the upgraded duplex barrier.
Yeah. We want to save 150 money because we can trade for rare cards here. Uh-oh. We entered a bar by accident as a child. Alrighty. So we could take a swig, get an exhibit, Breath of the Whale, which lets us lose random mana at the start of each even number turn, add 2 mana of that type. And this also lets us remove a card. We can also enter the drinking competition, gain 800 money, but get drunk. And we can also take a sip, fight a random group of enemies, and get a rare exhibit. But it's random.
Ooh. Let's...
Take a swig, take a sip, for drinking competition.
You know, we are going into a trade soon, so...
We have enough money for it already, though.
True. Let's take a swig.
Swig it is. Alright. So on each odd numbered turn, lose 1 mana. Even numbered turn, gain 2 of that mana. So it's gonna make our turns weird.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we getting rid of?
Because we can't remove reverse hunger.
Yeah.
Huh.
Probably just one of our basic cards.
Yeah.
Which we only have 4 left. We want the basic cards that heal, because they're technically not basic cards anymore.
So I'm assuming we just get rid of boundary.
That's probably easy enough. Oh no, it's the lovesick girl. So she's gonna do about 20-ish damage every turn. However, she's only gonna take 60% reduced damage. Unless we can dig through our decks and give her these love letters. Don't sneak a peek is what the flavor text says. So let's just do this. Get the barrier. Because we can't get power if we're at full. So it's worth spending. And then we'll just use the rest of the turn to set up. Look at how little it does. Does 10 damage, our best spell. By the way, Graze actually boosts this, by the way, because that's a buff that you can lose. Our Great Hawkray Barrier. Is it time to turtle, David?
Yeah. Time to just turn into the...
We have a time limit for this boss fight as well. It's a mini boss, really. Alright, here comes all our manas. We haven't drawn any of these. We can literally just cast everything every turn. Great duplex barrier is a funny meme. Alright. 4 more turns. 135 health to get through. Okay. Oh, look, finally. I love you. And look, now they only take 20% reduced damage. I think we can kill them now.
Yeah.
They are on par with a normal enemy now. Combo time?
Combo time.
I have the firepower. We can cast 2 spells. Which we have these 2 actually. So yeah, let's do that. Eh. Turns. Are we gonna get there? All right. Annoying. $46 damage this turn. I think we got this.
Yeah.
That's an annoying fight. I hate that fight. I think the drowned girl is worse.
But the love sick girl is the close.
It's just so tanky and you have a set amount of turns to beat it. And she does so much damage.
Okay.
Oh wow, Free Fly's pre-upgraded this time.
Yeah. Let's grab Free Fly, because we've already
got a lot of ability cards, but that one's cheap.
Yeah.
Do we want to heal? Or do we want to upgrade?
Because we can heal up to max.
We also have we'll have other opportunities though.
True.
We also have healing cards, so sometimes we might just end up health positive. Remember, we were 79 a couple fights ago.
True. And we've just literally been fighting. We have.
I think
so
we can actually
far
upgrade those
every
cards
go.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's upgrade. What do you want to upgrade?
Yeah, let's upgrade. Why don't we upgrade one of the
Crossing the Border's pretty good upgraded. Full Moon Howl is also pretty good upgraded. We also could upgrade Maiden's Waltz since we haven't gotten around to it, which synergizes with our build.
Yeah, let's upgrade Maiden's Waltz. 'Cause we seem to survive so.
And now we get a rare card. We can trade Crossing the Border for it, or we could spend 125. So we can get Great Hakurai Barrier, Breaking Boundaries, or this is the card I was mentioning earlier that's a meme, the Immortal Flame. At the start of the player's turn, gain 2 firepower. At the end of combat, if the player's less than half-life, gain 4. This turns our turtle strategy into a snowball strategy. And then we can get random cards of anything in the pool.
Let's get the let's get our snowball strategy.
The Immortal Flame. Do you want to pay for it, or do you want to get rid of our weird return a card card? Because This is kind of good. I think we should keep this.
Keeping cross. Yeah, let's just pay for the Immortal Flame.
And by the way, upgrading it does not make it cheaper. That's why this card is a meme. It just makes it stronger. It just makes you snowball slightly faster. 50% faster. If we can get that card in our first 3 turns, it just means we win eventually, but at what cost?
What was the cost? Everything.
Alright, which way are we going?
You know what? Let's try and fight in a... Let's try and find an elite. Let's go for the... Let's go for enemy camp elite.
Alright, there's 2 of those actually, so does it matter?
The event and...
That's what I mean, there's like, these 2 routes are basically the same.
Yeah, let's do event first, because let's see what funny interaction we get.
Oh, it's Hatate. Would you like to do an interview? You can say no.
Yeah, let's, what could go wrong with an interview?
Why have you decided to take part in this incident? For Gensokyo. For money. No idea. For Kaguya. So, positive news is a spell that gives us power. Negative news, we lose power. No idea. Draw cards until your hand is full. And then we get just a dead card. And for Kaguya, we get a debuff. But we heal 39 life right now.
Let's gain positive.
For Gensokyo, such noble goals. I'll definitely promote it. Reimu's righteous deed begins to spread through Gensokyo after Hate added some details. Alrighty, it's the drones. The purifiers and the scouters. I mean, oh my god, look at all that damage.
Okay. Yeah.
We can only mitigate so much.
But now we just begin.
Alrighty. This will give us some barrier as we lose Grays. We don't have barriers, this is kind of a bad card. More mana
True.
next turn. Boy, we're just gonna take all the damage here, aren't we?
Yep. We're gonna eat.
Let's get rid of the scouters first, because they make us take more damage. Okay, I think we can cast our whole hand.
Yeah. Full Moon Howl.
30 power there.
Let's kill.
Just whittle you down and kill you. And our passive effects will kill you. Okay, what else we got here? I mean, let's just do the... Oh, wow, we have so much mana. I think we can just cast the whole hand again.
Yeah.
Let's do this wacky combo again. Huh. Oh, now let's just show you how crazy this is now. Oh, this is affected by firepower. So actually, this will be funnier. Because we have all this firepower now. 20 block, 20 reflection. And we get this back. Cast it again. Cast this again.
Oh my god.
Now, this guy's gonna do 20 damage to himself. Or 40 damage to himself when he attacks us. Because we have so much firepower, cards that go up with firepower are really good. We need another permanent border. This is another one of those really good block cards. It also gives us a temporary buff as well.
Yeah.
They really want us to have this fucking Great Hawkeye barrier card, don't they? This is about the fourth time we've seen it?
Yeah, we seem to keep... it seems to appear no matter where we go. Good if we have two of it already.
So what do you think? Servant's Lightning Strike or a permanent border?
Permanent border. Just, we're going to nuke one.
Okay, might be worth healing now, since we're at 70.
Yeah.
Your call, though.
Yeah, let's, heal.
Because it's an elite time. Oh, wow.
Can hurt.
Stealing exhibits of the guy's incident investigation. How repugnant, Remo, how I. Man, I didn't think we had enough exhibits for her to show up. So, Remo is a reflection, and she gets an amulet. And she's gonna summon reinforcements. So this is a battle where AoE damage is gonna be nice, but we don't have a lot of that. We have some of it.
Yeah. And plus we drew into...
Alright. So let's... block, so that they have that. And just hit them all. I don't really know who's the bigger threat here, to be honest.
Yourself?
It might be worth using our spell card here. Just for the defense. Ooh! Let's get that. Because look at all this nonsense here. Get the panic button going.
Yeah.
It does hit everybody. Doesn't weaken you because you have an amulet, because it's annoying. Alright, you want to go all defense or all... Actually, we have 2 graves this turn. So that means this and half of this are not going to hurt us. So we only have... Sorry, what? 5 times 4? I thought that was 5 times 2. Excuse me?
There's a
15 plus 8 damage. 23 coming out. We have 22 block.
22 going to barrier, and we have the ability to generate more.
Yeah, as long as we cast this, we'll not take damage.
Yeah. So let's just get Yin Yang Orb out of the way, because that's going to deal more damage.
This will hit everybody. This will actually kill these two. That actually makes it more evenly matched. That makes the map easier. So now we take 10 and 8, so that's 18, so we're good. Just go hit them hard.
Do we want to cast a,
We get a free... This will give us a spell for free, so let's see what we get. Ooh! Which one of these do you want?
Ooh,
This is actually kind of busted right now because she's gonna hit us 4 times. So that means she'll take 24 damage.
Yeah, let's, Raven's gonna hit herself for...
It doesn't care if we graze it or not. It's the fact that they attack us that they take 6. Oh, I guess it does care about graze. Huh. Got another one of these, and I think we can cast our whole hand.
Yep.
Yes, we can. We literally could cast our whole hand. Uh-oh. She's angry. These are doing more damage now. Our sins have been upgraded to average. Hey, we got our permanent borders. We need to upgrade that. Oh, hey, look. We're invincible. Now we just win eventually.
Yep.
Oh, we're attack sealed. That's one of Reimu's unique things. So we can't attack this turn. But we can cast everything that's not an attack card.
Of us.
Wow,
Cast.
we haven't drawn into this yet somehow. Look at all that defense. Get
Look
through
at
it,
it.
I dare ya. Oh, there's the stupid card. 8 times 3 and 19. So let's do the meme. Now we lose 5 life, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. They upgraded our sins from average to major. Oh, hang on. Go away. Some of that life back.
Yeet.
Some of that life back. Now we're just at the easy part.
Fighting ourselves.
Pretty much. But let's see, how much damage are these doing? 24 and 14?
Yeah.
cast everything. Just cast it all. We literally just snowball out of control. What do? Drinking tea at the gap recovers 20 more life. That's not helpful. Okay. Dimensional Point Rift. Whenever Reimu loses a buff... Oh, this is the best card for our build. It's a 0 mana spell. Whenever we lose a buff, it returns to our hand.
Temporary.
This is also okay, I guess.
We also have an upgraded evasion.
2 upgraded cards, or this really busted unupgraded card.
Let's get the unupgraded busted card.
Because what's better than a free spell? A free spell that has recursion. Bunny Box. Wolf Tengu's Shield. When the player plays a defense card for the first time each turn, gain 2 temporary firepower. And Radio. Whenever you get an ability card added to the library, upgrade it. So whenever we find an ability card in a card selection, it'll already be pre-upgraded. So Synergy, or potential more Synergy.
Wolf Tengu Shield, we're just going to... We're gonna turtle so hard, the enemies will...
We're not even turtling, we're just exploiting a mechanic of losing a buff. It's like playing a life gain deck in Magic and just like having all those effects as if you gain life, this triggers. We're just putting so many triggers on the stack every turn.
It's like...
Alright, which way are we going?
Let's go through the event. No, wait, let's go through the blue enemy. Let's go for 2 blue enemies and then
Fork. Ooh, this is an annoying pair. So whenever we cast our first card, they're gonna hit us for 6, and whenever we cast a defense card, they're gonna get more firepower. So the way I recommend dealing with them is, since we have the 150, we might as well just use the spell card, would be my recommendation.
Yeah.
And then just use this as a setup turn.
Yeah, just do setup and
they also have 2 grays, which is annoying as hell. That gets rid of one of it. Actually, this is an exile card, so I might just do it to do it. Alright. So we still have our barrier. You with your grays, you annoying piece of... Oh yeah, the orbs are accurate. We want to kill them first, because they're going to be a pain. They're also going to be a pain. Your call. I think we can cast our whole hand, though. Who do you want to focus down more?
Honestly, the Tengu would come.
They're both Tengu. It's Wolf Tengu and Crow Tengu.
Crow Tengu seems to be able to give grays, which is annoying.
We'll focus down them. They also attack us every turn for free. We just want to be careful with casting defense cards, because it's going to make the Tengu hit a lot harder.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Ooh, that's fun for free. That's a lot of buffs to lose. And look, we got this back for free because we lost a buff. So this is just a 0 mana attack spell in our hand every turn that's also accurate, so it gets around graves. Look at what just happened. Because of all the buffs we just lost.
Hey, you know what we can do? Turn it all into barrier.
Indeed. Let's cast all of our abilities. We have 5 mana left, and 1, 2, 3, 4... less than that spells.
The... Now we have played literally every card in our hand.
And we're about to get one back. So this is basically free damage in our hand always. Oh look! They have a barrier and block, David!
Oh no! Whatever shall we do? They just ran
They're
straight
just
into
super dead. We're snowballing where this is going a lot faster than the earlier game was. I don't know what to grab here, because they're all cards we already have. This might be a time where skipping might be okay, but it's an upgraded Full Moon Howl, though.
Yeah, that is a...
It's hard to pass
Upgrade.
up.
Let's get the upgraded Full Moon now.
Because that could save us later. Alright, another enemy. Oh no! The Terminators. This is the hardest, like, normal encounter in the game, in my opinion. But...
Is, dude.
Because they do, like, 20 damage a turn. They're gonna heal them. Can't cast both. So it's mitigation or all in. The smart play would probably just be to play defensively and hope to win in the long game.
Yeah, let's,
but at the
play-
same time, though, there is not going to be a long game. They will end us. And they're going to do 20 damage this turn. But we got 2 Grays next turn.
means we could probably survive whatever nightmare they're planning on doing.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to heal at the gap after, though. Because, where are we going after this? Yep. And then we're going to immediately fight in the lead if we do. Your call.
Let's play defensively.
Alrighty. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You have an amulet, you do not. In a bind, you can cast this to deal damage for 0. 16 damage. These guys are going to start attacking eventually as well. Got you in your hand now, huh? You can cast everything.
Yeah.
Which gives us another cast of this. We're going to play as defensively as possible. Look at them. They were going to do 10 times 3 each. Cool, mama. Would have been smarter to cast this first, though.
That's one of the Falcons dead. There's the other.
They're not going to heal anymore. Unfortunately, we didn't heal that turn. Thank God we had 2 Grays from the Nimble Fabric. This is one of the encounters that's very commonly a run-ender. The Crow Tengu and the Wolf Tengu is another one. And then there's like the 2 Moon Rabbits is the other one that's a really big run-ender. See, look at them. They're about to do 30 damage again, but we have 30 blocks, so we don't have to care as much. So we'll set up. Do we have any buff damage? No.
But they're
Kill him
about.
outright.
We just ended the fight.
Yeah. We would have taken 40 damage if we had gone with the all-in strategy. Your call. I probably would skip here.
Yeah. I'm thinking skipping.
I wish you got more money for skipping. 5 feels like a pittance. 15 at the least. 5 for each card you skip, to be honest with Gorfer. What do you think? Should we heal at the gap? Or upgrade at a gap? We don't really have a lot of money for the start. Or we could just try to tough it out. Because we don't have to fight an elite if we stay the course.
Yeah, if we... Let's stay the course and then pray that...
Remu, I think we... Sorry, Remilia, I think we can beat. I think we need to upgrade something. What do you think? Well, one of our key cards we haven't upgraded yet.
Yeah.
This gets... No, not much better. This needs to be upgraded, and Permanent Border needs to be upgraded. So this might be the best card to upgrade. Because now it's 9 damage for free every turn.
Yeah, a Dimensional Point Rift is definitely nice if it's upgraded.
Yeah. We can also grab one of these. It's expensive, but it's a decent block card.
Yeah.
We could also get Secret Border. We have some synergies for it. Not a lot. Although, we have more synergies for the Trumpet solo. But it hurts us.
Yeah, that...
Oh,
yeah,
we have Barrier Slam. That's one of the best cards that we can get. It deals 10 damage plus whatever our barrier is.
Yeah, let's get Barrier Slam. Just hit someone with our barrier.
You can still afford this somehow if you want it.
Because it's on sale.
Yeah, why not? Alrighty. Oh look, it's the worst enemy in the game. The Moon Rabbits. They have permanent flawless.
You just need to hit them 19 times.
20 barrier. So this is actually pretty good here. Get rid of you. Didn't mean to cast that.
Oops.
That was a fat finger. We have 2 grays here. They're gonna start healing as we get further on. So this is a dead card in our hand now.
Because they will not...
This is also kind of a dead card, but it's still a damage card. So we just want block and stuff that hits multiple times.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna cast everything we can on every turn. If it's an attack spell, yeah. Look at how much damage they do. Luckily, one of them does nothing on the other turn. This is damage every turn. This is less damage that we take. This hits both of them by 1. Life gain block. This is an annoying fight. Basically, if your deck is not specifically tuned to fight it, you'll get your ass beat. Or occasionally you have one of those X cards where it's just like does 6 damage X times, where X is how much mana you spend. You can just nuke them, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because Fireball in this game is usually not deal X damage times the amount of mana you put into it. It's just hit that many times. I'm sure there's a spell in Magic that's do that, like Red and X deal like a 1 damage X times, where X is the amount of times you fade it. The machine gun.
Yeah. I
Mitigate.
can't think of any, but technically, if you think about it, Grape Shot is the equivalent.
Casting this for free is a meme. Man, we have a lot of block. If only we had Great Hakurai Barrier. See, now they heal 1 every turn. So we need to hit them each twice to make progress. Well, there's Barrier. That hits both of them. Now we have both of these in our hands. Permanent Border is a really good card for this fight because it's guaranteed that we hit one of them at least once every turn. So yeah, it seems like on paper you only need to hit them 19 times, but it's a little more deceiving than that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But we have this 0 mana spell now, so that makes it easier. 20. Sheesh. Look at how much damage they do, it's so ridiculous. And now they're purifying us every turn, which is even more annoying. This hits both of them. Get up to 4. I think we have this in the bag now, finally. Alright. We got there. This is probably the most annoying fight in the game. No,
And
for
we
good
managed-
reason. Just cast everything every turn. We're basically at the point where the decision making is much easier. It's, do you want a third one, David?
It's free upgraded too.
Also, look, tiny hitbox.
I love the fact that the game has admitted. So when we said, "Hey, do you want to just damage them? Like, do you want to just go into full turtle mode and just hit them for?"
Yeah,
Super
we'll basically have a lot of
death.
free damage in our hand at all times. It's also pre-upgrade.
Yeah.
Dude, are we going straight to the boss? Probably a good idea to heal.
Yeah.
Or go all in and get the third one upgraded. We're only missing 19 HP. We have healing cards. Your call.
I'd rather go in fully healed and watch the enemy burn.
Well, this is Remilia. Her mechanic is one you'll find familiar. We can only cast 7 cards a turn. Air quotes.
Hey, look good.
7 times 4 on turn 1.
Dude, a funny meme.
Alright. 36 damage coming out. They do have grays. This is a big block spell. What do you want to play?
So, sorry, I still have to watch for when add
That's
small
fine.
screen.
Hang on, I wonder if I can do this.
It's so. Let's see here.
Can I
Let's-
do this? I think I can. Yeah, try that out.
Yeah, that helps, but
Alright. Should be able to see that better now.
so let's cast it. Let's cast the. That's only 1 hit, and that's gonna hit for a lot.
Yeah, but we already have 12, and this will give us 24 if you want to cast this.
Yeah, let's get 24.
Now there's 6 more left.
Means we can.
Their grace is going to eat through one of our things.
Yeah.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana left, so we can cast 2. We can cast all 3 of these.
Yeah, let's cast base of Taika. So, beat the Grays, and then,
Alright. How much is this building up? Queen of Midnight. She's gonna remove all debuffs and heal, I think. Or she's gonna give herself flawless, I think, and remove all her debuffs. Got another permanent
so this
border.
is probably,
Good setup turn, because she's not hitting us back.
yeah,
Also, look at all of our mana because it's turn 3.
yeah. So, whenever a card is exiled,
Let's do this, because it saves a card for next turn.
True.
And... two grays, 2 firepower. 9 times 4, and she's gonna debuff us. Got a lot of cards we can play. So let's get the abilities out of the way. And the free spell, because it's a free spell. We're gonna cast it pretty much no matter what.
And plus, she can't raise it.
Yeah. 6 mana left. We can draw in, see if we can get something better. We also probably want to block, so
Yeah.
this will also give us some barrier. Ooh, look at that, we got 31 now. We can graze and draw more.
True.
Or do you want to just start pumping damage out?
Let's graze and see what we can get.
Ooh! Alright, that makes the math easier. 18 times 2. So this is going no matter what. We're gonna need this. We now have all 3 of these in our hand. This is a good block. Yeah, we can just... Our hand sucks.
So just...
Turtle. And hope for the best. 33? Oh, I think we almost got there. It's the vulnerable that's annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, they got through. 14 times 4. Here's what we needed a long time ago to turn all those into things. 20 damage, 8 barrier. Oh, look at that! 30 damage.
Let's get more barrier first.
Oh, that's a graze, yeah. This is also accurate. We can also vulnerable them, weaken them, so now it's 9 times 4 is what we need to break. This is our only thing that gives us barrier. Hey, look, this is back.
And smack them for 46.
Hang on. $69.
Nice.
Bang, 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 bang! When they get below half health, they will heal 50 HP, make themselves flawless. They're back up to 100.
Hey, look, we can exile Tucker.
Finally. That's one headache gone. This is the final boss, because we didn't unlock the secret boss, so we're basically at the home stretch here. So this actually gets around flawless, I think, technically, in a roundabout way. Let's weaken you, because 21 times 2 is scary. And you're free. In life.
And your health.
Look at how many times we're poking them for 1.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, the reflection does get around the flawless. Because the flawless goes away on their turn start. 2 turns of vulnerable now. I don't think they can live through this turn.
No, I don't think they can.
Or at least they won't as soon as I get rid of their damn fucking graze. 26, which is the least amount of damage. 24 is our weakest attack. And now we just empty all of our mana into them. Let's do 30. For 45. Yeah. Take that, vampire traitor.
We trust in you.
Congratulations, David. You won your first run. Well, that was a pretty fun run.
Yeah.
You got to do the full temporary buff build, or the lose a buff build, which is one of my favorite builds. Just looking at this nonsense here. If we had a second copy of this, it might have been more crazy. But we had everything that synergized with it, and then we had other stuff that are synergized with Edge of Fantasy. So we basically had 2 different synergies going. And then, of course, the Great Hakurai Barrier, the most broken card in the game.
Just turns the entire buff to... Turns the block strategy into barrier strategy, which just makes it so much more fun.
Indeed. Well, on that note, I'm going to take a brief break for lunch, at which point I'm going to jump into my HSR stream. But thank you for stopping by.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah. And a little bit as an outro, I guess you can plug your stuff at the end again. Because people might skip to this point.
Um, my my name is David, or you may also call me Deshantu. You can find me on Twitch, and I'm a friend of Dan here.
Yeah.
I'll
You'll often
I'll be
see him in the
seeing you
Discord
around.
as well, so. Yeah, so I guess I should plug the Discord. It's linked in a lot of the places. Please don't try to spam your art commission requests, but other than that, feel free to stop by and be whatever. I'll see you all in the next stream. Bye-bye.
Yeah.